What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dragon's Lair. You've got Sam and Chris here. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. We are back from Blade Show, and what a trip it was! It was amazing, rewarding, fun, exciting,
Exhausting.
exhausting. So we've got a lot of things to talk about, and a lot of things to show you, everybody. And for those of you that I might have met while we were there, appreciate you coming and hanging out. And it was great meeting you all, and great seeing some friends again that we haven't seen since the last Blade show. That was really cool. So definitely appreciated that. So let's see who is here to say hello to. We have Mick Ranger. Good to see you. AO, Wyvern, Kodiak, and crew. What's up,
What's
Mick
up, man?
Ranger? Got Marco. Good to see you, Marco. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Volt EDC. What's up, buddy? Good to see
Up,
you.
sir?
So nice. You said it twice. Let's see. Fairy Reaper. Hello, Fairy Reaper. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Hello, sir.
Joe Kasparic, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Joe.
Chris, so good of you to show up, my friend. Thank you, buddy.
You are welcome, sir.
Chris Blacksmith, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. You have arrived. Yes, you have, sir. Daddy Wyvern, hi, Sam and Chris. Welcome back. Thank you for coming in, Dad. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Sergeant Maximus. Hi, everyone. Hello, Sergeant Maximus. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Mo Patty, Trish, good to see
Hey,
you.
what's up,
Thanks for
Chris?
coming in. Hang on one second here, making some adjustments here. Sorry about that. Rebel Rouser, hey everyone. Rebel Rouser, good to see you, man, and good to catch up with you in Atlanta, buddy. I know we met in Texas briefly. Got to spend a little more time in Atlanta. It was good hanging out with you, man. Good to see you, and appreciate you coming and hanging out tonight.
Agreed.
Monster Hunter, hey y'all, Chris, Sam, good to see you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Who is this? Oh, okay. We have a turd in here. I see. Knives are gay. Okay.
I
Maybe you're gay. So you never know.
I'm wondering if we know that person.
I don't know. Maybe. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Let's see. On the Edge EDC. Hello, my friends. Great to be here. On the Edge. Great to have you here, my friend. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for
Agreed.
coming in. Knives Fast. Who are the cool kids? Casey. That is only you, man. We're just here trying to be just like you, my friend. So thanks for coming in, my friend. Awesome. Appreciate you hanging out. Good to see you in Atlanta. Very much appreciate you doing that. So, yup, I would agree with you, Chris. You could go right ahead and do that, my friend. That is why you all have the wrenches so that you can make other people's lives miserable. So go for it. Nona Wyvern, welcome back, boys. Heard what you bought at Blade Show. You guys still sleeping on the couch. It's funny. Kristen has not asked me about the purchases yet, so I'm still sleeping in the bed. That being said, I can't say that that's not going to change once she does ask.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't
So
watch this live.
yeah, for sure. Hang on one second.
Oh,
Casey,
man.
Chris and Sam are great gents. Appreciate you guys. Am far from cool. Ha. Well, Casey, I would tend to disagree, sir. And we definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much for the awesome $10 super chat. You are a,
Absolutely.
a gentleman, and you're an awesome friend. So
Show where he was,
get a little love from us on that one.
yeah. Everybody check out Casey's posts from Blade Show where he was going through and showing everybody what's going on and quick introductions. Like, yeah, watching that almost gives you an appreciation of what it's like to be there. A lot of
Yep.
people just show you content. He's like, here's everybody coming in. Let's go through the place, and you can see all the people. And again, great job on that, Casey.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You definitely nailed that experience for sure. And that's really cool. So we do have a guest waiting in the guest room right now, and we will bring him on momentarily. But just want to finish up real quick here. We're almost through the list here, and then we'll bring him on here. Glazehound 24, what's up, everyone? Good to see you, Glazehound. Thanks
Oh,
for coming
sir.
in and hanging out with us. Appreciate you spending some time with us tonight. Kelly's Mishmash. Good evening, peeps. What's up, Kelly? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. Boostus EDC. Hey guys. Hey Mike.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
Mike?
coming in. Appreciate you hanging out, my friend. It's always good to see you in here. Let's see. Do we got anybody else? Oh, Robin just popped in. What's up, Robin? Apex Carry. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. So let's bring our guest in here. We've got with us Hunter, Weld and Carry. What's up, Hunter? Good to
What's
see you,
up,
my
Hunter?
friend.
Good to see you guys too. Sorry I was late. I was finishing up eating a lot longer than I expected, so sorry about that. But thank you guys for having me on. It's great to see every single one of you guys in here, and huge thank you to both of you guys. So,
Oh,
I'm
you're
what
most
was for
welcome.
dinner? What was for dinner?
Masa Trolli. Yep, yep,
Yeah, I'd have been late for that too.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, in case you don't know, we eat. So,
yeah. I eat too, but it doesn't
you
look like
met
I
us.
eat.
No, you don't look like you eat, but that's all right. You'll grow into your bones.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually, one of these days.
Oh, that's pretty funny stuff. So, thanks for coming on, man. I know you have had a hell of a week since, I mean, obviously with Blade Show, you've got that crazy high roller coaster that we ride in Blade Show, and then you come home to the disaster that you ran into head first, and with that, you probably went from the uber high to the uber low, and so I know we talked a little bit on the side, and we're trying to get you right again, and brought you on here. Figured that one is we can talk a little bit about what happened, where you're at now, some preventative measure things, and then obviously the next thing is going into Blade Show and livening spirits a little bit because we've got a lot of fun things and great things to talk about because it's such an amazing experience. So we definitely want to make sure that we do that as well. So um, let's see, Ramsey Silent doing the mod thing that he does and doing it like a king. Appreciate you, my friend, for all you do, brother. You're amazing. You're awesome, and appreciate you coming in and hanging out. So Hunter, well, you know what? Before we go into this, to start off, Hunter runs the Weldon Carry channel, which is a hell of a successful channel. I mean, 10,500 subscribers is a really nice following there. And recently, a couple days ago, you got hacked, and unfortunately, that channel had to get shut down, at least temporarily. And why don't you give us a little rundown of the backstory? So, what happened there that got you in trouble? Because you were able to identify what the problem was. It's just by the time you identify it, you're 10 minutes too late, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was like within 2 seconds. It was crazy. But first of all, thank you. I started a second channel, so it's named Welding Carry 2 for those of you guys who want to pop over there. Yeah, so I was given an email by a company I thought was G Fuel, because I contacted them a while back about possible working together and everything like that. So I didn't really think anything of it. I should have checked the URL and matched it with their actual official affiliate page, which I didn't. I know a lot of other YouTubers make sure to do that. I just slipped my mind in the moment. I was so tired when I got home from Blade Show, so I just slipped my mind. But I got an email from them saying, "Hey, do you want to work with each other?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." They sent me a follow-up email, which everything was super professional. And then I clicked that affiliate link, which they included in that email. It asked me to enter my Google information, and I entered it. And as soon as I entered my password to my email, which I should never have done, they immediately got in. Once I realized that I was hacked, it was like immediate. Within 2 seconds they changed my password, and I was unable to get into my Google account. I tried getting into my YouTube, and all my YouTube stuff was still there, but I couldn't actually get in my Google account, so I had to get in through my other email. And then I saw that there was 4 video games that were posted on Apex, and I don't play video games anymore, so the videos got a good amount of views in like the first couple minutes. I think they had somehow boosted it to where that happened. But they included links in the description of those videos, and to where you can buy like gaming stuff and everything. So hopefully no one clicked on those links, because those were scammy links as well. But yeah, that's just mainly how it happened. Some advice to have, like you told me, is to have those backup recovery emails and everything, the USBs to quickly recover your email. And it's really just a waiting game at this point. I contacted YouTube on X, and took Lefty's advice to contact them through there. But I've heard back from them. They said they disabled my Google account, so the hacker can't access any more things or do any more damage. I changed all my passwords to my bank and stuff, so they can't get in any of that stuff. So I'm
Right.
happy that they disabled it and everything. But if I have to, I'll just build up my second channel and get it to where my other one was. So it's not big of a deal. Just be nice to have my other one back. But that's
Yeah,
where everything
no,
is right now.
that's an awful lot of work, man. Don't give up on that for sure.
Yeah,
Metal Relic Art, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Brown Sugar, good to see you as well. I posted your new channel link in here and pinned it.
thank you.
So everybody, if you're not following Weldon Carey's new channel, don't unsubscribe to the old one, because I can tell you, if Lefty got his channel back the way his stuff went down, I think that Hunter's going to get his back as well. So don't unfollow that, but follow his new one just in case. And you know what? At the end, maybe you find benefit. I mean, Miguel EDC created a second channel for his stuff, so maybe you'll find a benefit in that. Maybe it won't be
Hmm.
all to waste anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but follow Hunter's new channel. Make sure that you guys are checking that stuff out, and supporting him. He has a great channel. He had a heck of a good following, and
Thank you.
unfortunately, stuff like this does happen because there are sleazebags out there that do shady crap. And I mean, not to make light of it, but let's face it, that's what keeps me in business, right? For much of my career, were people like that, bad actors, as we call them in the industry. So, hey, Shay, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Faithful EDC's in here. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Help with gadgets. Tommy, what's up, dude? Howdy, folks. Good to see you, man. Great to meet you in Atlanta. That was awesome.
It was.
Appreciate you spending some time. Yeah, we all got some time with Tommy. Really good dude. KR Knives, good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you coming in. MK Ultra, that would be Miranda Keith. Good to see you, Miranda. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you very, very much for coming in and hanging out. Um, what's up, you big
What's
dorks? Yeah,
up,
talk
man?
about big dorks. We hung out with this character, Clayton from Burning Stables Forge, and his sister, Kathy. And I say that in the most loving way possible when I call him a big dork. I love the guy to death. Him and his sister are incredible people, and a lot of fun to hang out with. It was awesome finally meeting them in person. I talk to them all the time, but meeting in person, being able to give them some hugs and hang out, and it's just really, really good. Um, J1 Doobie, Wyvern Kodiak, Weld. Hi guys. Hi J1. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Fed Harrison, Ed, another person we got to hang out with in Atlanta. Awesome dude.
Hey, Fed,
Great.
Fed, I got forked.
Yeah, he got forked. There you go. You look what you did. He had to go over to that table and get forked, just like you, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll
So
explain that. We'll explain that one in a little bit.
okay.
But Ed, good to see you. Great to meet you in Atlanta, man. Thanks for coming out and hanging out tonight with us. So going back to the subject at hand for a little bit. So these bad actors that hack these channels, a lot of them use a couple of different methods. The first method that they use is that they follow your cookies and your cache trail. So they'll basically follow along to see where you've been. And that's how they got you, I think, Hunter, was they found out who you were searching up. And then they said, oh, he has an interest in this company. And then he turned around and they said, we're going to send him an email from that company source so that it looks like it's legit. They usually do look really buttoned up. Lefty got it the same way, right? It was a microphone company that got Lefty. And same thing, he was exploring new microphones, and that's what happened. So when you get an email, even if it's from somebody you expect, do me a favor, hover over the email address it comes from. Just make sure that it looks legit. Okay, if it doesn't look legit, don't click on anything. Don't open it. Just get rid of it and leave it be. Yeah.
Sam, can I pause you real quick? I want to pause you real quick because I think you need a bit of an introduction on this as an expert. Yeah, Sam won't tell you how amazing he is at this, but I spent 10 years at AT&T, 14 years at Comcast, been an executive over the engineering side, and Sam's one of the best, if not the best, network engineer I've ever met. So, and work for a small internet company now, and so 26 years in the business, and he's one of the best that I've ever seen. So, him being able to give us some of these tips really is outstanding.
Thank you, Chris. And I never try to pump my own, pump myself up that way. But I have been doing this a long time, and I do know an awful lot about this. And so if I can say truly I am qualified in this subject matter, I've set up a lot of companies' security programs and protocols. I've written a lot of them. I have gone as far as getting certified to be what they call an ethical hacker. And companies would pay me money to hack into their computer systems and tell them what their vulnerabilities are. And so there is an awful lot to this. Now, I'm not going to go into the crazy depths of codes and all that other stuff here, but just the highlight is make sure that you're checking the basics, right? Does it look legit? Does the source of the email look legit? If it doesn't look legit, if you have any question whatsoever about it, you know what? If they want you that bad, they'll send it a second time. It's better to just delete the email and walk away from it. The second thing is make sure that your passwords are complex. I can't tell you how many people have, ABC123 or QWERTY or something like that on their keyboard, and it's just a terrible password setup. Okay,
but
it's
password 321. They'll never catch, right?
No, not at all. What you want to do is, I always recommend people use a sentence as a password. Okay, and it doesn't need to be a complex password, like a complex sentence. It's just that a series of words and spaces make it more difficult to break and crack. So if you are you're all probably knife enthusiasts being in here, right? So type "I like sharp objects." That is a perfectly capable password right there, and it will make it extremely difficult for people to crack. So
I bought 3 Gracchus.
I bought 3 Gracchus. There you go. I like that.
Now you got uppercase, lowercase, and a letter.
So you just want to make sure that you are being as thorough as possible. Whenever something is offered in a 2-factor or 3-factor authentication, take the option. Is it a little bit of a pain in the ass that you have to wait for a text message or an email to secure it? Sure. But let me tell you, is that worse than when your bank account gets hacked and your 10,500 subscriber YouTube channel gets shut down or whatever it might be? I can assure you that you would take those text messages and those emails over those each and every single time than having to deal with that nonsense.
Well,
Right?
and it doesn't even have to be somebody stealing your YouTube channel if that's not something you do. But I'll be willing to bet just about everybody on here has purchased something online. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so now anything that you've linked, makes you vulnerable. And let me ask you, Sam, if I did, because you talked about in the scenario with Hunter, is tracking cookies and things like that. If I browse in incognito mode, does that help at all or no?
It does. Is it it everything is penetrable, okay? So the reality is that that um keeps tracking down to a minimum, but there are still ways to do it if they're sophisticated enough. My guess would be that the people that we're dealing with or talking to about that got hunters, they're not sophisticated. Okay, they're money hungry little turds that use third party relays so that they can boost. So all the views that they're getting off of Hunter's channel is transitioning to another channel. All of the funding that he's getting for all of the income, for all of the views and everything else, the ad revenues and all that stuff, they're trying to filter that away. So it's a siphon project, right? I don't think it's anything super sophisticated. That's why they got him with such a simplistic program. So it's not something that you have to be greatly concerned with in that sense. Um, it certainly does help, but don't live in panic either. It's okay to have cookies and cache. Okay. It's okay to go out there and search the internet. Don't think that the world is burning down because there's hackers out there.
Mm-hmm.
In cybersecurity, the one thing I could tell you, and we tell our customers this all the time, the simple thing is this: what is your biggest vulnerability in your company? The answer to it every single time is your people.
Mm-hmm.
Each and every time, the biggest vulnerability in a company is the people because it's the one item you cannot control. You can't control who clicks on what, where they go, and all that kind of stuff.
Can,
So it
can
is important to make sure that you're aware of it.
can you highlight
Um,
Casey's comment at 925?
925. Oh my God, I'm so behind. I'm still down at 918. 925. I'm looking. I think I passed it. Casey's. Sam isn't. Yeah. Hashtag Sam isn't. I'm an Uber nerd,
Nailed it.
Casey. I'm an ultra super Uber nerd. You don't even have the slightest. I'm the
He
ultra nerd of ultra nerds.
he can tell you how the ones and zeros turn into me buying 3 or 4 knives off off your channel.
I can. As a matter of fact, I've actually texted Chris in binary before and made him try and decipher what I was telling him. So
That's a very true statement.
don't test me. So look, Sister Stable's in here. We Pocket Fiddler's in here. Good to see you guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to catch up a little bit here. Robert Jones, good to see you. Barbie EDC, what's up, Barbie? Good to see you, and thank you for doing that live the other day. That was incredibly kind of you. I really appreciate you doing that and shouting out. You won that giveaway fair and square. You didn't need to do that, but that was very, very kind of you, and we really do appreciate that. Chris, what's going on? The unprofessional dad, my buddy, our buddy, and our roomie in Atlanta. We had a whole lot of fun hanging out with Chris, and it was super super cool just spending some time with a good friend for a weekend.
Agreed. And we're much further past in your scrolling, but Faithful EDC popped in, said hello, and said thanks for the spider codes that we picked up for him.
Oh, I did say hello to him before, but I did miss that comment. So you're Well, you can thank Chris because he stood online for you on that one, Faithful. I was actually doing Gunmetal James's one on that, but you're most welcome. Happy that we were able to get that for you, and those are some awesome knives, awesome pickups. Was able to review that. James was kind enough to allow me to unbox his knife and do a review on that. If y'all didn't see that, the Blade HQ exclusive Spyderco Tonto M4. Was really, really a cool knife and a lot of fun to check out. Beekeeper, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight for sure. Let's see, who else did I miss? I'm trying to get through here, and then we can go back to being nerds again. And I can be in my element, and then we're going to go and have some fun, and we'll stop talking about all of this depressing nonsense stuff. So
Yo, Hunter, what are you flicking there?
Rolf Robinson,
Good old
good to see
KC.
you.
Tempest Downdraft. I got that one at Blade Show.
That's nice.
What do we got there? Is that the
Tempest
downdraft?
Downdraft? Yep.
Nice.
From
There you go,
KC.
Casey. Representing,
beautiful
yep,
one.
representing the Tempest knives right there. Rock on.
Yeah, definitely a nice one. He does some great work.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I would even say it if he wasn't in here.
Yes,
Same here.
I would even say it. Blurpinkel Gracchuses are my jam. Yeah, they are, Casey. Blurpinkel is quite the popular model. You had a whole lot of fun with that one too, man. He got to stump that one, which is awesome. He stump stuck the Gracchus Blurpinkel version, which he sent me the video the night before. I was ecstatic when it came through, and but you should have seen the fallout in the chat, right? So, or the comments. People were like, "No, don't do that." Yeah, we asked him to do it. Don't worry, Casey's not breaking any rules.
I mean, that kind of goes along with the testing, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's nothing more abusive than what we did to it anyway. I mean, heck,
Yeah.
we carved wood spindles, pressure treated wood spindles with the thing.
Made spears. Yeah.
Gunmetal James. Speaking of the devil, there's the man with the awesome new Spyderco M4 Tonto. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
And earlier, I saw a bunch of people, Mike and a few others, pop in there and say that they jumped in and subscribed to the new channel as well, Hunter. So,
thank you guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Hopefully you get some good subs out of this. And we'll definitely reiterate that a few times on this live for
thank
sure.
You guys.
Yeah,
Staten Island Edge.
I say if our mods can throw up Hunter's new channel a couple times throughout, that'd be outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys can do that, I do have it pinned at the bottom in the chat though as well,
gotcha.
Chris. So that
Cool,
should stay there, but we'll remind people for those that come in late. Staten Island Edge, thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Roger Baker, good to see you. Old Metal Monster, I want a Gracchus, and guess what? You should get a Gracchus. I think they are going like hotcakes, man. I can tell you that. We got back from Blade Show, and they've been pouring through. So we're pretty happy about that. 9 days left. 9 days left in the pre-order of the Gracchus, and then we are closing the doors on it. And then production starts, and the next time that they become available will be after anybody who pre-ordered gets them in their hands. You all get yours first for pre-order. That's part of the benefit. And then after that, we'll do a production drop for whatever we have left over in the batch. So very, very cool. We're ecstatic. We're so excited about this. I can't wait till we get all those and we get to send them out. Not looking forward to the QC process, I don't think, but
yeah. Hunter, do we put one in your hands, Atlanta?
Yeah, it's such a great. I just want to say that the amount of work and stuff you guys put into a knife is just absolutely amazing. That blue and purple one is just so nice. Like it has such a great feel in the hand, and you can just tell the amount of work. So I don't want to say you guys did just a fantastic job, and you guys should be proud of yourselves on that. That pocket clip is so nice too, and I saw how easy it was to put. You did it one hand, so I'm like, yeah, that's a good pocket clip. So
yeah, man. Pocket clips are like it's a thing with Chris and I, right? It eats at us that when there's a bad pocket clip, as Chris likes to say, your pocket knife turns into a desk knife, right? Because you don't want to
Mm-hmm.
carry it anymore. And I think that that is such a true statement. So why it's such a simple thing to look at, but it's overlooked so much. And so I think Chris and I prioritize making sure that pocket clip is a great thing. And we spent a lot of time looking at many different pocket clips that we like, ones that we don't like, and really kind of honing into what this design is going to look like. And as simple as the pocket clip is on this, it's exactly what it needs to be absolutely perfect. So James Hoyt, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you very much coming in. Old school rocker. Good evening,
Hey,
Wyvern Kodiak, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well on the wonderful Wednesday. Mama Loot, thank you for coming in. You're awesome. We really appreciate you coming in. I wish that you were in Blade Show Atlanta. I would have loved to have met you. We did get to hang out with Mark for a few times, and I spoke to him earlier today as well. So I really do appreciate you coming in, and hopefully he takes you to one of these Blade shows sometime because I would absolutely love to meet you. I feel like you are such a great personality in the community, and thank you for coming in. Let's see. Anybody else? I wish I would have known that, Sam. TV engineer nerd and computer nerd could have had a lot of fun chat. Dude, well, you know what? You have my phone number, Casey. So anytime you want to chat and nerd out with me, man, you let me know. I can nerd with you all day long. It's what I do, and you know, it's I hate to say it's a passion because I don't want anybody to think less of that I'm even more of a nerd than I am and less of me, but I am a freaking nerd. It is what it is.
how much television do you have to watch to be considered an engineer at it?
I don't know, but you're there, man. Uh, Silver Trails Outdoors, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. Greg Vanderlip, good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you coming in. Bulldog Smith Farms, got to meet you in Atlanta. Good to meet you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming by the Best Tech booth and hanging out with us for a little while, doing some recording. It was great spending a little bit of time with you. Wish we could have spent a little bit more time. Obviously, working a booth is a little bit of a challenge from time to time. So hopefully we'll catch you again on the next one.
Let's
Um,
did you say all of the things we need to say for cybersecurity awareness? Can we get into the fun stuff?
Um, yeah, just to recap really quick, and I'll make this one really, really fast. Is just the big thing here is to spread the awareness of being careful, right? Is just do us all a favor. I don't want to have to jump through hoops the way we jump through hoops for Lefty, the way we're jumping through hoops for Hunter, remaking new channels, trying to get X to pay attention so that people will give you help and shutting down. That is such a pain in the neck. It is such a headache. I mean, when I saw Hunter in Atlanta, that kid was nothing but smiles. Right now, I don't know if I've seen him smile once on this camera, and you know what? I don't blame him one bit for it because that's a gut shot, right? And I feel terrible that he's going through it, but at the same time, I told him this multiple times yesterday. Okay, I am fully confident that he's getting his channel back. All 10,500 subscribers will come back to him. It just takes time. It takes a lot of time because of the fact that the back end wasn't prepared with proper emails and all that other stuff. So your fallback plans, your backup plans, your secondary emails to recover things, make sure all of those things are in place. Okay, do that as soon as possible. Double check everything. Don't reuse passwords 100 times over, all that kind of good stuff. It's common sense, but it's overlooked, and people get lackadaisical. And that's when it hits, right? You never think it's going to be you till it's you, and that's just the way it works. So I will stop beating your ears up with this nerd nonsense, and we can go and have some fun now.
Well, we
So
have to hit a couple more things of sadness.
hold on a
Um,
minute. hold on a minute. We've got a super chat. We've got to address this. If you're going to read in my voice, it needs to be much drier. Get it right, knife nerds.
Get it right, knife
Hold
nerds.
on a minute. Hang on. Dale, is this better? You see, I don't even have to talk. The voice just comes through the stare. I don't have glasses, so I can't look over the top to give you dad face or disappointed sergeant face or anything like that. But you
Oh,
know,
he was a captain, sir. It's captain face.
sorry, Captain, my bad. But we love you, Dale, and thank you for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you.
We got it
Oh, man.
from Chris as well in there. Unprofessional dad. You see that one?
Which one? Can
Unprofessional
you give me
dad.
a time?
9:36.
9:36. Oh, loved meeting him and his dad. Great people. Love you guys. Chris, you're awesome. Yes, Hunter and his dad were awesome people. We really were grateful to run into him and meet him and have a little chat, put the Gracchus in the hand, all that kind of good stuff. It was every experience that you want in Blade Show. Don't get me wrong, I love shopping for knives just as much as the next person. But you know what? If I didn't buy a single knife, I would have had an absolute blast that weekend, and it would have been because of the people, right? And we've said that 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times more. It is that makes that weekend above anything else. So, Chris, thank you, my brother. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Appreciate you spending the weekend with us, driving down, a lot of fun. And I can't wait till the next one with you, brother.
And 9:37. None for now. Said good night. He had to go put the little ones to bed.
All right. Well, Zach, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you hanging out at least for a little while, brother. That was awesome. And very cool of you to spend a little time with us. So,
And then last thing I want to point out is Gunmetal James, man, I'm sorry about the loss of your uncle to cancer.
oh yeah, dude, that is terrible. Prayers for you and your family, man. Absolutely sorry for your loss, and we have you and your family in our thoughts for sure. Okay, so let's brighten the mood, right? We've said our piece. So Hunter, this was your first Blade show, no?
Very first, yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. It was a good time.
Let me ask you. It's the same. Chris and I have talked about this a bunch, but is it or is it not like an absolute overwhelming experience? Like when you walk in, your head nearly explodes, right? Like it's just sensory overload.
Did you start in the big room or little room first of all?
So I think I actually started in the big room when I
Okay.
first went in, or actually entered the line at like 9, or no, it had to be like 8:15. I went in the line. It moved super fast, by the way, but for the early bird. And then I actually saw Unprofessional Dad. It was great to meet him in the line too. He was live streaming, and it was pretty fun. But we were in the line at like 8:15. We entered at 10 for the early bird. We got right in. Our first stop was Chavez because I wanted to get a Redencion Blue Label, but they didn't bring the micarta version because they didn't have any room for it. So after we went to Chavez, we went to Spyderco, and then at that moment, like the whole room just started filling up with people. I'm like, this is just early bird. It was crazy the amount of people that were in there for just the early bird passes.
Yeah,
It was so overwhelming.
it is bananas. And so Chris and I went the first time, it was 2022,
Okay.
I think. It might have been 21. And we started in the small room. And we really like slow walked that entire room, like literally stopped at every table, touched everything, and talked to every person. And then we got to the end of that room and we were like, man, we made it through here in about 4 hours. And this is awesome, but where are all the big companies? Where's the Spydercos? Where's the Benchmades? Where are these companies? And we thought that this was like, we drove all that way for that. And then this guy says, "Oh, you didn't get to the big room." And when we opened the doors, it was like, you ever get, it felt like I just stared a train in the face. Like I had no idea what to do. Deer in headlights look. I was so baffled by the fact that we thought that was it, was the small room. And I mean, for those of you that haven't been to the Atlanta Blade Show, the small room is really like 1/5.
Four gymnasiums, four high school
Yeah,
gymnasiums, probably maybe five.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's 1/4 the size of the big room, right? So 1/5 the size of the big room. So to think that when you get into the next room, your mind is blown, and it's like, holy crap. So it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild for sure. Matt Conklin, good to see you. Let's see, Lion Not a Sheep, good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, it was a hell of an experience. John, good to see you. Wheezy3. Did I say hello to you, Mr. Mouse? If I didn't, I apologize. If I did, well, hello to you again. I think okay, I'm pretty close to caught up. So Hunter, what was your favorite part of Blade Show, man?
So me and Clayton were talking about this thing yesterday, but honestly, I really went to Blade Show for the people. Me and the people and the experience of it was just awesome. The knives were just extra, but even though Blade Show was super fun, I think I had more fun just hanging around the pit with everyone. That's where everyone was like slowing down and everything and just talking about stuff. So I think my favorite part about it was I think Friday at the pit where everyone was talking and meeting each other. I can't really describe how good it felt when I walked in there and I just saw a bunch of people that I've never met in person before. I could actually put a name to the face or a face to the name. So it was a great experience. Like we walked in there and like that first table was just everyone that I knew, like Mo Paddy, and all those good people. So I think the pit was my favorite part of Blade Show. It was just an amazing first experience. I wanted to get so much more content, but I was just so overwhelmed and I forgot to pick up my camera and film stuff. So
Yeah.
probably next year I'll get some more stuff out there, but it was just a great
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I don't think I took a single video while I was there. I took a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't take a lot of video. When I went to Texas, I took a lot more videos, and this one I didn't take a lot of video. I don't think maybe one. I might have taken a little bit of video inside the Kaiser dinner, but other than that, I didn't take any videos. It was it was a lot of fun though. I had a lot of fun. Yes, the people, that is the thing for me. I
Hmm.
think that is just absolutely everything. Meeting people, um, putting faces to names. So, I mean, heck, Hunter, I didn't know who you were, right? I saw your hands and I knew you were Weldon Carey.
Hmm.
I had no idea, right? When I saw you, it was actually half baffling to me because, I mean, you're way younger than I imagined you were. Either that or you have one hell of a baby face, or maybe both.
Yeah. No, I'm
But
20. Yeah.
what's that?
I'm
He's
20.
under
I'll give that a
37.
lot.
Whoa, you're only 20?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
shouldn't have been at the pit, sir. There were a lot there was a lot going on there, young man.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
I know it.
Yep. Oh, I saw what was going on.
we don't need the YouTube police here. Shush
Yeah,
Hey,
we
shush.
don't bring that back with us.
pull up Casey at 9:45 real quick.
KC 945. KC 945. Looking. Hunter and his dad really impressed me. They were so friendly and cool. Thanks for the stickers, buddy, too.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great to meet Casey, and I had to get a knife from him. I was talking to my other friend at Blade Show, and when I told him about the downdraft, he was like, I have to go get one. So I think he picked one up too, and he just
Yeah.
does fantastic work. So it was great to meet everyone there, and like I said, it was
Yeah.
just such a good first experience.
Moose
And
Duty's in the house. Appreciate you. Gabe
hey,
Harlan's in the house. What is up, my friend?
hey,
Um,
Sam, one more quick one too, and on the edge at 9:45.
okay. Wicked Edge, Wicked Dream Design. Sorry, man.
What's up,
Met him in
man?
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Got to meet him. He came all the way from Hawaii, which was
Ooh.
awesome to meet him. That dude is
yeah.
super cool. Appreciated him.
Really
Um,
cool meeting him.
on the edge, this one.
Yep.
Ah,
So,
you've got some stuff left on the binge.
for those of you who don't know, Mike's got some health problems, and he's selling some knives to help cover the cost of those. So, he's not out asking for money. He's asking to sell some knives, and so I'd encourage everybody to get over there and get a look.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, this community has always been great about reaching out and helping. So if you could head over to Mike's link here and check out what he's got on the binge, see if there's something there that might of interest you,
Or,
and
yep.
that also helps him out greatly.
Or if you need channel stickers, he makes amazing stickers.
Yes, he does. That is for sure. That's awesome. When I experienced Blade Show, I've experienced thousands simultaneous scientific posters in a big hall in the Atlanta Convention Center just past March. In fact, it's an overwhelming space. Yeah, Greg, you're 100% right. Good to see you, by the way. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it is a massive, massive space, and it is so cool though, right? When they set it up for Blade Show and all those vendors are there and all those tables are there and all these people are there. And I always laugh and joke around and I say, hey, there's nothing like having 20,000 people all carrying the sharpest objects you can imagine and you never felt safer in your life. Is because nobody wants to do anything bad. Everybody wants a hug, right? I mean, there's complete strangers that you hug in that place. It's just incredible. So, it is awesome. 20. I have gray hairs that are 20, and my youngest son is 21. Well, Casey, you know, I hate to break the news to you, buddy, but I mean, you know what that means? That means you're getting old, sir. We love you,
Mature,
Casey.
mature, wise.
Glad you guys got those down drafts because they're gone now. There you go. So, Hunter, you might have snagged the last couple down drafts, you and your
I think I
buddies.
did.
So that's cool.
Yep,
That's definitely real cool. That is a banging knife, by the way. I
it is.
absolutely love the down draft. Um, Wyvern Kodiak, Wyvern Carey, blah blah blah. Everybody that he's going to name off here. Illuminati Ninja, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Appreciate you abandoning the dojo for a little while and coming to hang with us here in the Dragon's Lair. Um, Anybody else pop in that I haven't seen? Um, Num dropped cantilevers at the show. Anyone know when they will drop online? He already had a drop online. I think he's going to be doing a second drop, James. I have to ask Nick for sure. Yeah, we checked out the cantilevers, the N7s. Got to check out a bunch of his prototypes too. Let me tell you, he's got a few of them in the works that are just stellar. I
Yeah,
mean,
Nick is doing some great work.
yeah, he has something special there. He has absolutely struck gold with that pinch lock system, and where he's showing me things like I'm like, man, I love this prototype. When are these coming out? And he's like, oh, these aren't coming out because I don't like the way it's like here. And I'm like, man, this is perfect in my opinion. Like, I mean, he is really like buttoning up things. It's really cool to see him do things like that. So, um, we'll look for some really, really cool stuff coming from Numb Knives in the very near future because he has absolute fire going on. You're not getting old. You are old. Well, you said it, man. I was just breaking your stones, but I mean, if you want to admit to it openly in the public. And for those of you that haven't checked out Casey's new one, by the way, the Mach 71, that knife is absolutely spectacular. I mean, it is through and through a Tempest knife, right? You know it's Tempest. I mean, Casey has a design language that's identifiable at the go, but
I
thin.
think it's going to. So the Thunderhead to date is my favorite favorite
Yeah.
knife that Casey's done, and I think the Mach 71 is going to exceed it. The Icicle's close. I do like the Icicle too, but yeah, the
The
Mach
the
71.
icicle, that's right. You know what? Now that I think of it, KB Knives did just drop the icicle, which is Casey's design as
Yeah,
well. So go over and check that design out also. But the Mach 71 is, a Tempest Knives design that's OEM through Casey, and super thin hollow grind. I mean, just ultra thin behind the edge, nasty thin. And one of them is so thin, well, because it's uncoated, it tings. Just tapping the blade tings. I mean, it's absolutely stellar.
I
It's
I don't know
Go
if the
ahead.
sound comes through, but the fun makes sound too. Like it is fantastic.
So the Thunderhead, no, it's not coming. I mean, I can hear the click clack, but I can't hear the ting.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, he every time he deployed that in the hotel room, my ears perked up like a puppy that heard the word treat. Like I was like, "Ooh, what's that ting?" I mean, it was absolutely hysterical. I must have asked him 10 times, "Ooh, what's that ting?" And he's like, "It's the Thunderhead." And I'm like, "Oh, uh,
yeah.
I like
All
that
right,
still."
so Hunter, what was your what else did you buy?
Deadhead,
I got the Asher knives at Way of Knife. They're up by River Manufacturing. That one was the
is that the
Axpedi with
Spiro?
that's the Axpedi by
Man,
Asher Knives.
they did real nice. Is that like a deep laser etch on the lock on the front side?
I think so. I think they did that laser etch on there, and then you have a liner lock, and
Mm.
then a full titanium body with 20 CV blade steel. So they did an amazing job on that. They were right by River Manufacturing. I don't know if you guys stopped by their booth, but
Oh yeah,
really beautiful
Chris
knife.
Chris bought what are those things called, Chris? The little
Zero,
fidget things.
zero G.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, I got not the nice the zero.
Yeah, I
Love those things.
this is the second one I purchased. I like that. I like the colors on that one. It's got that Tiffany blue um, and black. But yeah, I bought one of these initially off of Lone Star, and
Nice.
my chiropractor loved it when he saw me fidgeting. And his wife, when I came out of the room, she works the desk, and she's like, I got to buy him something for his birthday on which like it was in 2 days. She goes, you have any ideas? And I pulled mine out and gave it to her and said, there you go. That's what he wants. And
Yes,
so
the
I had to
funny thing
buy another
is,
one.
my dad actually works for Avery, so that's pretty cool.
Oh,
They're
Rick,
really
that's
close to
awesome.
our house, so yeah, he works for them. But
Awesome.
yeah, I
That's
love their knives. So
Oh,
fidgety.
yeah, Rebel Rouser.
yeah,
Mach 71 is absolute fire. It is 100% absolute fire. And Casey killed that design. And if you didn't see, he had prototypes on his table as well in Atlanta, and he's had some videos on them as well. He was calling them the Lightning. I know he's changing the name. I don't know that he has settled on the name yet. There were a few in play, so I won't take that away from Casey on trying to pick which name he's decided on. But those ones are through Riot, and the fit and finish on those things are special. I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful. Casey's design on that thing is unlike any of his other designs. I think this is a different step for Casey, and it's just, I mean, chef's kiss type of stuff right there. So it is really, really good. If you didn't get a chance to check those out as well, that just shows you Tempest is going to have some gorgeous stuff coming in the future as well, which is super, super cool.
yeah.
So you got the it's now the downburst. Okay, now it's the downburst. Okay, well, Ramsey says it's the downburst, so I don't know. Casey, if you're in the chat still, if you got a way to confirm that, if your new knife is going to be the downburst, or if you've decided to change that. The last I heard, it was something like the downflow or inflow or something like that. So I don't have a clue.
I
Um,
I had sent Volt a message that I picked up the the Null Knives dark mode.
Yeah. Hang on one second, buddy.
Oh.
John, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in and stopping by for a little while. Have a good night. Appreciate your time, my friend.
Thanks, sir. Yeah,
Yeah, you
picked
did.
up
You got the dark mode. Is that the Vandal?
the Vandal. Yeah, and Volt just said they're going to do another drop. Like in, I don't know if it's the dark mode, but Null Knives is doing another drop in.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, about a month.
There was somebody in the Unprofessional Dads Live that asked me if you would be interested in the.
No. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's the dark mode. It's another Null Knives dark mode. I want to say it was the Voodoo.
If I would be interested in it.
Yeah, I told him because he asked who got that, and I said you, and he said would he be interested in the Voodoo, and I said I don't know, I'll ask. So, that's a discussion for later, not for now, but just letting you know that there's something out there.
Yep, I'm in.
Titanium Justin, Weld, your channel will be back. You see, everybody's pulling for you, Hunter. Thank you for the $2 super chat, TJ. We appreciate you, my friend. You are awesome. And
thanks, Justin. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Justin.
Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, you'll definitely get your channel back. It does take time, man. I mean, like I said before, Lefty was like 12 days or something like that before he got it. So I'm expecting that, it'll be into next week probably, but just keep. Well, we are all here, and we'll all keep pulling for you. Hey, I remember when Weld got banned.
Yeah, right. It's 2 days ago.
Oh, that's funny stuff. So you got the Asher, or
Yep.
you got the Asher. You got the downdraft.
Yep.
What else did you get?
So I don't know if you've ever heard of this company before, but I have the Revenant Corpse little G10 dagger here, so it can actually go through metal
the little
detectors.
prison shank thing. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I know them.
Not really that I need to be that sneaky, but just in case. I got
Very
that one
cool.
with the sheath there. They were by Honey Badger in the baller room.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one he threw in as well. That's the G10 all, so it looks just like a Sharpie. So I really like those ones. People think it's a Sharpie, just pull out little shanks, so those are pretty cool. But yeah, I really like him and his company. So
yeah,
I really wish I had unlimited money.
Thanks, Weldon Carey, for your honest first vid on your new channel. It's easy to get suckered by scammers. Link your reminder to all of us is appreciated. Yeah, for sure, man. I agree, Greg. It is. We're all living in a digital world right now, right? And it's something that every once in a while, reminding ourselves of the fundamentals of being online and protecting ourselves is an important thing. So, that's something that I think going forward, I won't do it weekly, but every once in a while, I'll probably remind some folks to be careful online there, because I don't want to keep seeing our friends go through this. It sucks. All right, gents, back to the part of being old. See you all later. Casey, thanks for coming in, man. You're awesome. Appreciate you spending some time with us tonight, and it was great hanging out with you in Atlanta as well, man. Have a great night, buddy.
See you later, Casey.
And Blue said he's a former corrections officer, and he will not be doing cavity searches, for your G10 stuff.
All right. Well, that's good. Thank you, Blue.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Oh man, that's
awesome.
hysterical. That is absolutely hysterical. Sister Stables, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I know you were in here before, but I think I didn't say hello, and if I did, then hello again, and I'm sorry.
And
Mike Jernak,
right above that one. Yeah.
good to see you. Hello, gentlemen. You use those words very loosely around this place, all right? I mean, Hunter's probably a gentleman, but we're
he's like
I'm not yet a gentleman.
Hello, gentleman, and Chris and Sam.
That's funny.
Chris, you had what I would probably call a quite a successful blade show. Um, what did you bring home with you, sir?
So I said earlier I got forked. I don't have the fork on me. I've I've got it inside of one of the other cases, but I'm a work sharp guy, and I know not everybody is. But I wanted their new integral. I like these. I These knives are so slicey and thin and fun. So this is the all aluminum integral. So I picked that up while I was there. Fed turned me on to these little titanium forks they have that are like the size of a key, and so I popped that in.
Hey, Chris, one
Yep.
sec here. JW Outdoors. Good evening, gentlemen. Didn't I just say easy with the gentleman thing around here? Nah, I'm kidding, JW. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. I'm not super old, but I'm exhausted and heading to bed myself. Thanks again, Chris, for helping me out this weekend. God bless you all. Faithful, thanks for coming in, man, and hanging out. Appreciate you, buddy. Good to see you here. And congratulations on some awesome pickups from Blade Show, even though you didn't get to go. And hopefully next year you're making the trek because that is for EDC and knife enthusiasts. That is the pilgrimage to Mecca type of thing. It's just it's an incredible experience.
Yeah, we were texting back and forth yesterday, the day before, and he's got a plan for next year, so it looks really good.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
I brought up the Rivery, which I love. I'd shown the dark mode null Vandal. I also picked up a dark mode Devo Saloon. So,
Nice.
I know Tiffany blue is the thing, but my favorite dark mode is when they've got the blues and greens and blacks all mixed in together. I don't like just the blue alone, but like Vero had one that just didn't jump out at me, but with the greens and blues mixed in, I love it.
I,
Um,
I I think when they use the camo carbon, and so keep in mind they have fat carbon and they have camo carbon,
yep,
and camo carbon has a lot more colorway to it, I think, and that's why like Colin and Kevin choose to use that with Devo
yeah,
over fat carbon. So I think that plays a big part in that. And if you get a really good cut of the material for the knives, you that's where you get all those really great pops of color in there that you're referring to.
yep. I picked up a fixed blade from a company called Watchman. Local maker. He does it all himself. Him and his wife, do everything. And man, I really like this, and I picked it up. We talked to him last year, Sam, and I just enjoyed the conversation and the connection with them. And then when we walked back by, they remembered us from last year right away. And I'm a bit of a sucker for that. So, I picked that up. And what was really cool is like their stickers tell a story of what happened. So like, on their box, it's a bear and a guy fighting, and then as
That's
you
why you
open,
bought the knife because it's the bear.
yeah. So then you through the whole storyline though you can see that that the bear and the hunter made up, and through the stickers, so it's pretty funny. Um,
Yeah. Um,
I
Alec, Alec and his girlfriend Mei Lee run Wachtman Tools, and they're out of
really,
Ohio. They're just outside of Columbus, Ohio, and they're incredibly kind people. Very skilled, handmade knives, beautiful work that they do. So if anybody is interested in checking that out, it is Wachtman Tools.
yeah, there you
I
go.
threw it in the chat there. The name. If one of my mods can grab the website on Wachman Tools and drop it in there for everybody, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. But Wachman Tools is incredible. They do some really nice stuff. And Chris, I mean, that's a reasonably priced knife for a handmade USA made knife, right? I mean, you didn't break the bank on that either.
No, it was under $250 at the show, I believe. So
Yeah.
it was good. The I picked up a hypercut titanium pin as well. You know, I I wanted to pick up something from Hypercut. I like watching his content, like watching him make stuff, and I handled the knives, and I thought there are a lot of knives here I would rather have. I fully prepared to go buy a couple of nice pins. It turns out it was the only pin that I purchased.
Thank you,
Um,
Ramses. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you, sir. A couple of other final things I picked up for the week. Tristan and I made a trade. This wasn't a blade show, but it was waiting for him when I got back. I picked up a caveman. He said gave me a caveman. He also gave me I don't have that over here with me, but a Savini, and it was a prototype for a Stas's Fireball. I had a couple of those, and he was looking for one in particular. So I had that waiting for me. I bought also going into the show, I bought a Lamia.
That's
really
the
nice
good
looking
stuff
knife.
right there for sure.
Yeah, man, the milling on this is unbelievable. And then
Kathy, I will get into what I'm flicking in a few minutes. We're going through it step by step. I'll let Chris finish out his, and then we'll go through our
yep,
side of this.
I got two more. Well, the first knife that I purchased while I was there is this Holt Haptic.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, the glass on the inlay is amazing.
That is nice.
The milling's phenomenal. Oh yeah, just an absolute. The action is phenomenal. And
that
then
is such a gorgeous knife. Yeah, what a pickup on that one, Chris, man. Congratulations on that, because I know Holts don't last long on those tables. And we saw
picked up the last one 10 minutes after they opened.
The sharks around the table as the doors are opening are insane.
Yeah.
It's just it's something else. So for sure.
I picked up a couple Hanks. This one was my favorite.
Does this Hank smell like chloroform to you?
So that one was my favorite. And then probably my favorite. Now I bought this at prior to, but picked up the delivery in Atlanta. Kapow! Look at that. I've got
Hang on here. We got to blow that up.
Yeah.
Oh man, the camera doesn't even do it justice on all the layers that are on that knife. Just so everybody knows, I seen it handled that knife firsthand, and I can tell you that the amount of layers and the gorgeous detail that Clayton put into that knife is absolutely spectacular.
It's so nice.
Yeah, check out the his mark on there, man. Clayton just killed it. I mean, he's so talented, and that was the thing for me too. Is we met so many phenomenal people, Kathy and Clayton being two of them. And I said this, and it's you're not supposed to meet your heroes, but I enjoy watching their work. I enjoy interacting with them online, and it was every bit as good in person. So they're better people than they are content creators.
Yeah, I think they're better. I was going to say, I think it's even better in person for sure. And we'll get some pictures or video or something like that on Chris's BSF knife as well, because I think good pictures in like 4K clean you're gonna be able to see all the layers that are there you can't see on here. It is, oh my gosh! I mean, it is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, and Clayton's got a couple knives right now that he's selling prior to before the end of the week, I think, or it might even be sooner than that. But he had that red pit viper that we saw, man, and I love it, and that one is tough not to go by right now because it was amazing too. But he's got two fixed blades.
One left. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
one
one
left.
left, and I
It
mean,
is it the green one or
hand
the red one?
handmade, hand forged, amazing craftsmanship, USA made, out of South Carolina, Burning Stables Forge. If you want something spectacular, and I've handled a few of them now, um, definitely go check out Burning Stables Forge. And
Mm.
he has one knife. Go grab that because it is not going to last.
Yeah,
That thing
Clay.
is,
Let me know if that's the green one or the red one.
yeah,
If
that's
it's the red one, I probably want it. So
one Monthly left. It was normally 750, 20% off. He's running it for $600 right now. I mean, damn, that's insane. Yeah, that's gorgeous. So
his craftsmanship, his attention to detail, just all superb. And again, Sister Stables did a great job on the sheath as well. I mean, it looks phenomenal.
it's the
Yeah.
orange Monthly, Chris.
All right, add to cart. I'll buy it tonight or first thing in the morning. Um, I want it. So, I think that's the piece that watching what he does is amazing. And again, I'm not a fixed knife guy per se. I enjoy having them, but it's not convenient for me to carry, so I rarely do. But that was the bulk of my haul. And like I said, I would say that I probably presented them in order of personally most least valuable to most valuable on what I purchased there. And like I said, Clayton's was just something special because I knew that he made it by hand. He did it himself. I watched some of it. I watched him doing the stuff on lives and through his filming, and so that's always really cool to see.
Well, Kathy, it is 100% true. We don't blow any smoke up anybody's keister on this. You and Clayton make something special happen with those knives. Your knives are gorgeous. The sheath work that you do, the hand stitching on the really nice, I mean, beautiful tool leather on that. The fact that you emboss the leather with the BSF logo is a great touch. It's subtle, but it is there, and I love the way you do it. I think you guys do a phenomenal job, and I am just I'm over the moon seeing the success that you guys have, and I hope that it continues going because you guys are incredible. So, for sure, just yeah.
The work
Kathy's
is good.
husband, you got a good one there. Kathy's husband. Um, Old school rocker says, "I have a good, safe night, everyone. Happy to see you all back home safe. See you in the live chat stands. Yellow heart. Oh, okay. Well, good night, Mama Loot. Thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Always great to see you. And you have a good night as well.
All right, Sam.
Chicken
What do you have?
Chicken Fried Steak says, howdy all, and you too, Clayton. Excellent. Excellent. Paul Mills, the good Mills. What is going on, Paul? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, buddy. I am trying to see if I'm missing anything. Um, wow, man, thanks, guys. Really, yeah, Clayton. Yeah, man, you deserve it, man. You deserve all the kudos. You are absolutely killing it, and you break your ass day in and day out. I know that because we've talked into the middle of the night plenty of times, and so you know, you've earned every bit of those kudos, my friend.
Hit Fed
Um,
up at 1016.
Fed. Please let Weldon please let Weldon Carey tell who got the giveaway knife his dad was giving away out of thousands of people no one asked about all day Friday until you know who asked him about it in the pit. Hunter,
Yeah, so
that one's a you question, dude.
yeah, so I did a little giveaway on my Instagram and I did a video. Um, I'm sure everyone forgot about it because everyone's just so overwhelmed at Blade Show and everything. I even forgot about some of the giveaways everyone else was doing, but I said first one to find me or my dad at Blade Show, but this was his giveaway. Yeah, this was his one. I had my own separate one. So first one to find him would get one of the Zero Gs from River Manufacturing. I don't know if you guys saw that one. It's just like yours, Chris, but it's bigger and has a pocket clip. I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
that one.
those are
Yep,
sharp. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a sweet one. They have so many different colors and stuff, but my dad got a black one and a silver one, so I said first one to find him at Blade Show would be able to grab one. So Ed was the only one that asked me about it, so I'm like, yep, that one's yours. So he got to pick one of those, which was really cool. But it was super.
Awesome.
It was oh yeah, it was awesome, man.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations, Ed. I mean, that's really cool that you were able to get one, man. That's a very cool giveaway for sure. So, where were we? What did I get at Blade Show? Is that where
Yep,
we're at, Chris?
yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, to start off with, is Chris and I got invited to the Kaiser dinner. And we got to hang out in a room with 60 content creators, knife designers, and so on and so forth, as well as Kaiser. They fed us really well, which, certainly appreciate that. But everybody who went to the dinner got a gift, and they all got and I'll blow this up here. We got a Kaiser Ara, okay, and very cool knife here, but this one is different. This one is not available to the public. So this colorway here is a different colorway than they sell on their website. And it is, so there's only 80 of these in existence. And the other thing about it is that they made this cool back spacer, and I'm going to see if you guys can see this or not here, but UV, it glows with UV.
Oh man.
So it was very, very cool. Yes, James, Darkwater did MC that event. He did not expect to MC that event. He walked
And he,
in and somebody handed him a mic and basically said, "You're in charge."
and he
Um,
killed it.
and he
And he
killed it.
killed it.
Yeah, Morgan absolutely slayed. He did a fantastic job. Military man that is used to what's the words? Adapt and overcome. He adapted and he overcame, and he did a phenomenal job. So kudos to Darkwater for what he did that night, because it's not easy to be handed a mic in front of a group of people and just told do this, and without any preparation. And he did it, and he did it fantastically. So this was the first get that we got that night, which was really cool. This is a Paul Munko design knife. So very, very awesome. It's a bit small for big hands. You can see here, I'm barely getting 4 fingers on here, but I certainly appreciate that.
I've got 30
But
That's a
knives on my
beautiful knife.
table. That should be one of them. I just don't know which. I've got
well,
a
you
pile
are
of them here.
100%. You are 100% correct, Volt. You are 100% correct, sir. You are Hunter. You're a mod now, and
Oh, thank you.
Fed. You're a mod now as well, buddy. I'm slacking in the mod duties. Monster Hunter, you're a mod now as well, sir. You've been in here several times now, so you've earned your keep in the room as well.
I,
So
I think we had our first kick out tonight, right?
yeah, we had a stooge come in, so for sure. Sometimes you gotta
Gotta give him a
smack them
boot.
out. So that was the first grab, was the Kaiser Ara, although that wasn't a purchase, but it was a cool grab nevertheless. So last year, my favorite sub $300 knife was the Best Tech Taipan. This thing is a special knife, in my opinion. And when they announced that they are going to be doing a mini Taipan, and we were working the Best Tech booth, I had to pick one of those up. And well, the benefit of working in the Best Tech booth is that you get to go through all of them and make them and flick them until you find the one that sings the right way. And this one tings so good that and it's full DLC, which is spectacular. So I got my hands on one of those. This is the mini Taipan. And Kathy, you asked before, what was I flicking? It was this. This thing is just such a pleasure to flick. Super, super easy to deploy. Reverse flicks, thumb flicks, over the tops, the whole ordeal. And it makes such a good sound. I absolutely love this knife. So that is one grab that I got there as well.
I love that blade shape.
Yeah, the blade is fantastic. James Lowe out of Australia designed that,
Okay.
and he is such a good um, designer. He did the Venom from KB as well. Looks very
Okay.
similar in that, but a top button liner lock. Really, really good knife. Deadhead Taipan is so good. Have the mini on the way, dude. You're gonna love the mini. I absolutely adore mine. It is fantastic. So it is. Yeah, it's awesome. Kathy, I think I wish I put this in your hand. I would have loved to see if you really love that knife, like in hand, right? But it is such a good knife. It really,
She would
really is.
have.
Yeah, I think she would have.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good size for her. So I think it would have been fantastic. Um, yeah, Thomas, same guy that did the Kubi Venom, 100%. Yeah, very, very good.
And
Um,
hey, Sam, can you pull up J1 Doobie at 1018?
yep. James, so your Taipan doesn't sing, but let me tell you what you can do. Back the pivot out, okay? Pull the pivot completely out, like clean it. Put the pivot back in, get it tight, and then back it down one little crank, and then see if it starts to sing then. Um, I can tell you that Vu Fam and I were talking about that at the Best Tech booth, and we were going through all of them and making them ting at will. It can be done. It just needs a tune. You said 1018, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Who am I looking for?
For J1 Doobie.
This one. Turn around, slacker.
That'll be the one.
Fed ain't nothing but a winner. Yeah, that's right, man. Ed's awesome. He's such a good part of this community, and when he wins, it makes everybody happy because he does so much for the community. So it's a karma thing, in my opinion. He's getting paid back for all the goodwill and everything that he does. So awesome. Certainly feel about that for sure.
And my Taipan doesn't sing either, but I watched you guys play with him, so I'm gonna do some
Yeah,
surgery this
I think I can
weekend.
get that fixed up for you if you can't figure that one out. So
Great action, amazing slicer, very comfortable, beautiful knife. It just doesn't ting the way that I've heard many of them do.
yeah, I agree. So that was another pickup. Next pickup that I got was, so I am friends with Sergio at Kunwu, and I know you guys might beat me up for that because I know there's a lot of harsh feelings about Sergio out there. But the fact is that Sergio is a tough customer to work with. Okay, he is not everybody's cup of tea, and he's the type of person that he will yell and yap and scream at people, and people don't like him for that. But the truth is that the last time he did that to me, you know what I did? Got right up in his face and I yelled right back at him. And he's a big pussycat now with me. So I love Kunwu knives. As a matter of fact, the Gracchus is inspired by a Kunwu knife. So this here is the Tau 3 full DLC version with the diamond scales. As a matter of fact, let me blow this thing up here, huh? So very, very cool knife. Incredible action on this thing. Reverse flick is great on it. The front flipper is outstanding on this thing. It is just such a good knife. Super comfortable ergos on this thing, and I don't know. It connected with me. You know, you flick the knife a couple more times, and then all of a sudden you're just like, man, I'm connected to this thing. I absolutely love it. I had to have this knife. It's just one of those ones. And Hunter, you know what I'm talking about when you just flick a knife and it sings in your soul all of a sudden. You're like,
Immediately.
yeah.
Take my
Chris
card.
called it. So Chris dubbed that mechanical soul, and he did a video on it, and it is a great video because it really explains that interconnection of what drew you to that, right? And so um, that knife has mechanical soul to me, and that made me really really happy. Um, Next up, for those of you that saw my review today, this is the Manganese Steel Aurelia. This is in Magna Cut, and this thing is a knife that when Sharif Manganese does drops, the last one that he did on this lasted less than 2 minutes. Okay, they just don't last, and they're super hard to get. And he had some at the show, and I had to have it. And it is absolutely spectacular knife. Thumb stud action on this thing, the sound on this thing, another front flipper that works incredible, hybrid drop point, clip point blade on it, tall flat grind. Absolutely love this thing. Super, super fun knife. And I find this thing to be truly a functional yet refined piece of equipment. It really is it's almost like a large gentleman's knife to me. It's gorgeous. So got
I
this.
I would take that, send it off the way a knife, and tell them to make it mint green.
Hell no. You know that ain't gonna happen.
That's what I would do. I know. You're not touching it.
Saw your nip L, not nipple, nip L, but didn't get to see the new video yet. Yeah, I dropped it today, Volt. So if you want to check that out, that's cool. It's an outstanding knife, man. It really Sharif Manganese did some spectacular work. I really like his design language, and I mentioned it in the video, but this knife, there's something about it where I feel like it's reminiscent of a Ray Laconico knife. The neutral ergonomics, the very clean lines on this thing, it just reminds me a lot of that. This is a Riot OEM knife, so it's just a special knife, and I'm thrilled that I got my hands on this thing. As a matter of fact, I like it so much that I sent him a message earlier and said, "Do you still have any full dresses left on these with the Damascene steel blade on it?" I might have to get a second one. Not gonna lie.
Hey, Sam, can you pull Volt's comment from 1026?
From 1026. Speaking of winning, I just realized that Ken's girlfriend won the Best Heck Knives booth and the Ica dagger. Yeah, man. I was standing right there. We were helping out with the giveaways every day, and so you are correct. Ken's wife did win that, and that knife is pretty crazy. Tashi Baruki was the Tashi Baruka is the designer of that knife, and he came into the booth and did the drawing with us for that knife that day. So very very cool experience there, and that's like a $500-$600 knife. So it was really cool to see somebody win. Even cooler to see somebody who we know in our community win. So that was very cool.
And that's the thing. Like I sing Kathy and Clayton's praises as they absolutely deserve to have them. Man, Ken Faulkner and Help with Gadgets, Tommy. I got to talk with both of them when cameras weren't out, and multiple times where we could just sit down and connect. And man, again, both guys just salt of the earth, wonderful to talk to. And I look forward to their content, even more now. Just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Great people. Yep. Great people. Josh D, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in and hanging out, buddy. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Wife, wait till I let him know.
Huh? Must be his girlfriend. You said it was his girlfriend, and you said a wife.
Oh, my bad. Well, don't tell him that. I don't need Ken being mad at me, man. I don't want to put a ring on it if he's not ready to put a ring on it.
He might marry just so he can get half of her knives.
Outstanding. What's next in the pile here? Yeah,
See you, Clayton.
Clayton's out.
Yep.
Ah, all right,
See you,
Clayton. Thanks for coming in, man, and hanging out. Appreciate you. Go shower, Stinky. That's what Sis says. I agree with you. All right, so the next one that we got is, well, hang on a second here, because you probably got to see the detail. Otherwise, you don't have the same appreciation for it. So, hang on here. I got the McNeese Dixon, but with the dragon scales. I mean, hello, the dragon. I had to have
You had
dragon
to get it.
scales. And this thing is absolutely spectacular. I mean, Chris has a Dixon. It's one of his top knives. He carries it all the time. He loves it. I love that knife, and the action on this thing is incredible. I definitely know how it stands up. I watched this thing get beaten on, and I mean, it looks as it did before, no worse for the wear. So this thing is really a spectacular knife. I really wanted one. When I was in Texas, Jonathan McNeese showed me this, and then he said, "You have a dragon on the back of your phone." So my phone case right there, I have a dragon on it. And then I have a dragon on my shirt. And he's like, "Jesus Christ, just buy the freaking dragon knife. I mean, you're made for it." So what can I say, man? I cracked under peer pressure. No
Yeah,
regrets.
good dragon.
No regrets. This knife is absolutely spectacular, and it is an amazing knife. So I'm thrilled that I got one, and it's exactly the one that I would want. So very, very happy
Good
with
looking
that.
knife.
Thank you. Yeah, it's super cool. Let's see here. Who else is here? Shay wants one bad. I'm going to try and get her one for Christmas. You're such a good guy, James. You know, I'm thankful my wife isn't into knives like I am, because we would have the coolest collection in the world, but I'm pretty sure I'd have to eat ramen noodles every night for dinner. Let's see here. Dan Stan EDC's in here. If I didn't say hello to you earlier, man, good to see you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Jackkin, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in and hanging out as well, buddy. So we're down to the final two. These two are the ones that broke the bank. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a
We
little
won't
scared that you
talk.
said that because the McNeese one is like $500, right?
650 bucks.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell anybody the numbers on these knives. Those who know, and the rest can just guess. This one right here is from Hog House. This is the Veli, and this is a custom out of Finland. And I don't think you guys can see it real well, but there is step milling on that blade.
That's beautiful.
And it is absolutely spectacular. Zurblasted RWL 34, and just spectacular quality on this knife. I mean, when you drop this thing, I mean, look at that.
That kind of price, you think it'd come with a lanyard?
Not even a lanyard loop, which is why I'll buy another one from them, because they're smart enough to know not to put lanyard loops on these.
Well, the chocolate it came with was almost as good as the knife, and that's a phenomenal knife.
Yeah, I happen to agree with you. Finnish chocolate is spectacular, and yes, Monster Hunter, that is a Tonto. It is a modified Tonto with a dual grind on this thing. It is absolutely special, and it is big. It is a very big knife. I mean, this thing is every bit of 9+ inches, but it It is gorgeous, and I
Yeah.
want one of the. I've wanted one of these for a long time, and I finally was able to get my hands on one. Tapio is the guy who does this with his brother, which, by the way, veli means brother in Finnish. So a little bit of a poetic nod here, and they make a mini veli too, and it's
For
a
the
little
little
bit.
brother.
Yeah, I guess it's a little brother, but you know, I like the mini veli, but I like bigger knives, so I went with the big one first. Possibly in the future, I might take a mini veli though, because it is a really, really good knife as well. So
That was really hard for me to walk away from that table and go over to the whole table, because
yeah,
I did the same thing. I could have picked up the one that was right next to that and every bit as happy probably.
yeah, it is. They make special stuff, right? And it's you pay for it, right? It's a custom. They aren't easy to get their hands on. Most of the time, they're sold out, and if you do, you have to pre-order them, and then you wait 8 weeks for them or whatever. So they are, but they're. I mean, they're machined in Finland by these guys at their shop. You know, these aren't mass produced or anything like that, and they're just spectacular. So um, one of the great pickups that I've had in a very long time on that one. And then the last, but certainly not least, knife is going to be right here, and this is the Koenig Arius Osius in full DLC, and there are only 10 of these, and you had to have a ticket to get one of these, and I did not have one. So I had to sit and wait until everybody who had one bought one. And then at the very end, there was one left, and the guy said, "Oh, this one has your name on it." And I wrote my name on that ticket and said, "Yes, it does." And so this was my final grab. M398 on the blade on this thing, full DLC, absolutely stunning. The action on this thing is spectacular. The sound on this thing is special. I don't know if it comes through on the mic, guys, but I mean it. There
Not
is
like
a
it
little
does in
bit.
person.
No, not like it does in
Yeah.
person. I'm sure of
Yeah.
that. But the ting on this thing is really, really nice, and I I'm really glad that I got my hands on this because I've wanted a Koenig for a long time, and I didn't think I'd get a special Koenig, but one of 10, yeah, all day, every day. I'm going to take
Did,
that.
Yeah.
is Feds want to know if that one's numbered or not?
Um, Fed, I have to pull out the box because it is. Hang on a second here. Before I say yes or no in here, let me see if it's on the inside anywhere. Uh, no. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't read what that says. I think that just says Oseus. I
Too
do not
bad.
see a number on the knife itself, but I do have the COA and everything in the box, so I'll have to pull that out and take a look to see if they put numbers on that. I'm not sure, but I do know that what they told me was that total they were going to be making 30 of these. That they were only going to make 10 for Blade Show, then they were going to make 10 for CCKS, and then 10 for another big one, and I forgot which one that was. Shot Show, maybe. Um, but that was it. They said that they were limiting it to 10. They weren't going to do any more. So, but they also had a mini. So there you go. That's a nice Father's Day gift. Thank you, my favorite son. Ah, you think I'm going to give you this for Father's Day? Oh,
Here was the perfect opportunity for you to tell that a few weeks ago he said I was his favorite son.
yeah,
Uh,
that's right. You did say that Chris was your favorite son. You know, pish, off
uh,
with his head.
I, So Sam, on that one, is that one just going to sit in the safe, or would you actually utilize that one?
I
I was gonna say the
carried
same
it.
thing.
I carried it already. I um First off, it's DLC. So there's that. I'm not a hard knife user,
Hmm.
and so if I have a hard knife job, I do not use like any knife for that. Right? I have knives that I will beat the crap out of. Right? I have like a Demco 80 20.5. I absolutely love beating
A,
up on that
a,
knife.
a
It's
Benchmade that literally field dressed a couch.
That is true. I took a Benchmade bug out and I cut a couch apart, including the wood, the springs, and everything. S35 VN with carbon fiber scales. I tore an entire couch apart so that I could fit it in a trash can because I could not get bolt pickup. And you know what? At the end, all I needed to do was sharpen the thing. So, not for nothing, but that I will hard use certain knives. This will never be a hard user. Will I open an Amazon package with it? Sure, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to get crazy with it. But this is a very cool knife. So yes, I will carry this. Yes, I will use this in limited fashion. But I
That
always carry more than one knife anyway. So
in, M398 is almost your perfect steel. That's, that is a Sam steel for sure. Super high corrosion resistance, super high wear resistance. You talk about the wear resistance of M390, and you're probably 75% higher with M398. It's a little, not considerably, but I put a mirror finish on my M390 Koenig, and I told you then, like, that sucked to sharpen. Like, it was not a pleasant experience getting that one going. Like, most knives I can get sharpened in anywhere between 4 to 10 minutes. And I think just getting that one, the base down, was like 25, 30 minutes. It probably took me 2 hours to sharpen that thing where I wanted it. M398 is considerably harder. So if you are going to use it, be prepared to sharpen ridiculously long.
well, again, I'm not going to be a hard user on that thing. But if it does get to that, then then it does. I mean, it is. This isn't a toss away knife or something like that. So I mean, it's just you're gonna have to invest. It's that you pay the price when you play in that yard, right?
Yep.
It's just what it is. I have some very big news coming now and soon. Great news for the channel, so y'all tune in. Well, Bulldog, we're looking
Good.
forward to finding out what that news is, man. So, congratulations on whatever it is. But it sounds to me like you've got something big brewing, and we're excited for you, buddy. So let's see, what else do we have to talk about? Ah, um, Hunter, since it's your first Blade show and all, how did you feel after the Blade show? Like, did that take like? And Chris and I are obviously we're more than double your age. Okay, so Chris is pushing 3 times your age, that old guy. But
I'm getting
um,
close. Yeah.
but he, when we're done, like the first night, everybody's like, "Hey, you guys going to the pit, dude?" I can't even sit down on the couch without screaming "ow." And my feet hurt, my legs hurt, my knees hurt, my shoulders hurt from carrying around the bag all day. I didn't want anything to do with anything. I wanted a couch, I wanted a bed, I wanted food in my belly, and I wanted sleep desperately. So how did you feel after that? I mean, you're again significantly younger than us, so I'm sure your body's recovering better than our old bodies, but how'd you feel, Boo? Do
So it was funny because when I got home, I lost my voice and I was trying to talk. I'm like, Mom, I can't. It was like so raspy and everything. I'm like, sorry, I can't talk right now. But yeah, going back to the pit too. When we walk around the pit, my legs are already hurting from that first day from walking so much. My dad looked at his watch and it's like 12,000 to 20,000 steps in one day. He's like, we haven't walked that far in how long? It had to been when we like went to the zoo last or something. But even now, my voice still isn't back to par. But yeah, so adding to that, my dad was like, a lot of your friends want you to go to the pit, and I'm like, yeah, that's where everyone hangs out and everything. And like we have to go there. I heard a lot of cool things about it, and I heard the Renaissance Waverly was attached to the Blade Show. So like we have to go there, and we were talking, and it was just cool to be in there. I'm like, because he thought there were just the makers went. I'm like, no, everyone from the Blade Show just hangs out there and everything. But yeah, when I got home, I was a little bit sad that we weren't still there, but I was tired at the same time. And I remember getting up from laying down on the couch and stuff, and my bones were and joints were cracking and everything. My mom was like, "What was that?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's just from walking around all the time." So it was really tiring, but at the same time, I was sad that I couldn't be there for longer.
Yeah, I
You know,
get that. Well, I mean, the bones cracking thing. I mean, Josh says it though. What legs to be young again? Yeah, man,
yeah,
for sure. That's funny that you say that. And then
yeah,
who was it next to it? Bulldog. Huh? It was beat. Got to the hotel and thought, oh yeah, the pit. Nah. Yeah,
Well,
that's exactly pretty much what we did, man.
yeah, look a couple more. Volt's like 20,000. Like that's a typical day for him. I think what's harder is that there's a lot of standing around too, because it's not 20,000 and take a break or whatever or rest in between. I'm on my feet for 9, 10 straight hours, and there's a lot of standing in one spot, and then shuffling your feet, in between the crowd, from table to table. So, I think for me that's where the challenge came in was
hmm
all of the standing still just made me stiff.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely doesn't help. Day one, we got there. We were in the show by 8:15 at the Best Tech booth, and Best Tech gave us exhibitor passes, so naturally you want to make sure that you're offering them some help. And so we said, how can we help you set up the booth? And they handed us, gosh, a dozen knife rolls.
Every knife that went on their counter. Yeah.
Yeah, every knife that went on their counter. And here's the thing, they're all individually wrapped in plastic inside of these sleeves. So you got to pull them out, you got to take them out of the
With
plastic.
very thick nylon with super, like that was the heaviest Velcro I've ever experienced, I think.
Yeah, yeah, they had some crazy stuff going on there. But the thing is that once you whoop, there we go. What's up, Sever? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, brother. So good to see you in Atlanta, by the way, as well, Derek. Really, always appreciate hanging out with you for a little while, buddy. So
Absolutely,
yeah,
sir.
so we start pulling out these knives, and we're pulling them out of each individual plastic bag. And now we're essentially have to QC these things, right? Even though they're QC'd from the factory, but you QC them almost like you do when you're selling knives, right? So are they centered? Is there any blade play? Is the blades clean? All that kind of stuff. How's the action? So we're sitting there. We have oil. We have uh, uh, tools with us and whatnot, and we're making adjustments as needed and so on and so forth, and then getting them up there. So before the knife show even started, we flicked 200 knives a
A
piece.
piece, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I literally, and I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera, but I literally split the end of my thumb open from flicking knives so much that the entire weekend, every time I flicked the knife going forward, I was like, ow, ow. And people were like, yo, you put a band-aid on that. And I was like, yeah, I didn't even cut myself. All I did was flick knives.
just
And it's
wear and
just got
tear.
to the
Yep.
point where, they call it blade show thumb. It's real.
hmm
Okay. I got it, and it hurts like hell. So yeah,
Two, two,
that in and of itself was a job. And then we stayed there, I don't know, for a couple hours helping them with the booth, that kind of stuff. And every day we went to the booth for a few hours and hung out there and helped out with them around there. Obviously, they gave us a platform to show our knives off, which was really cool of them. And we were trying to highlight the partnership that we had with Best Tech. You know, I think being able to, one of the things Chris and I were talking about was what was the most common question you get asked? And one of the most common questions I got asked was, why do companies choose to do an OEM with Best Tech and not with one of the other companies? And my answer was, I would pull up one of their other knives and I would show them, like, hey, you know what? The fit and finish of this knife is spectacular. The transition between two materials is seamless. But not only that, it's working with these people. The people at Best Tech have been fantastic to work with. I send them an email, they respond back very quickly. I ask them for a favor, they do it for me. They really do want to partner with you. Are they expensive? Absolutely. They are the most expensive OEM, probably. I heard QSP is very high priced as well. We have not priced them out yet, but I can tell you that they are more than Kubi, more than Riot, more than Remet, more than Concept. So they are definitely one of the most expensive ones. But
There's
I also think you get what you pay for.
there's a reason Ruth Chris doesn't have a drive-through window too.
That's
You know,
100% correct.
yeah.
You know,
I agree. The service, the engineering, and one of the things in particular that I appreciated is when the Gracchus came in, as well as when we opened those. I how many each day, a couple hundred knives a piece. You know how many I adjusted? Yeah, and it was putting, and most of what I did was just wiping oil off. That was it. So
and you know what? I'm going to clarify this number, okay? One of them wasn't even necessary to adjust.
it was just making the
Okay.
Taipan sing.
Yeah, it was making the Taipan sing. The action was fine on it. I just needed to get the vibration on the metal to ting properly. All right. That's a huge selling point of the Taipan. When they came and they talked to me, I mean, there were people that were talking to us all over the place, and there were a lot of people that were like, "Hey, what do you recommend? What do you do?" Well, I would bring them to the Taipan. Hell, that's my favorite knife. I can talk to you about that all day long. I know all about the thing. I know every detail about it. I know who the designer is. I can give you all the details. I've handled it 1,000 times. I have both of them, right? So I mean, I'm standing behind that, so it's easy for me to talk about it all day long. And so, heck, if you want to know what do I recommend this. This is my favorite one. The Wet Nelly and the Sinu, which are both combo designs, are absolutely phenomenal designs. And the Wet Nelly, they just updated and put a thumb stud on the thing, so now it's got an additional deployment option there. That's a really cool knife to check out as well. So being able to talk about these things and have a lot of experience on it, I mean, I like Best Tech. I even like Best Tech Min, which is their budget brand. But let me tell you, they put out some dynamite stuff. Their fit and finish, you could tell that those engineers are crossing over right there, right? I mean, the tolerances that some of these knives were fitting in were spectacular. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, so you felt it, huh, Hunter? You
Oh
you
yeah.
you felt it after that for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I feel like welding has done it to me. Even welding for like 3 years, I feel like I'm 80. It's it's pretty bad. Like all the positions and stuff, and bending over and welding overhead and everything. It's gotten me at a really young age, but I gotta do a better job of stretching and everything. And I can even
The
tell the
other thing,
fumes are
the other
getting to
thing I
me.
would
And
recommend for you is, especially during your welding time, is get yourself a really, really good pair of boots.
yeah. Yep.
Um, I can tell you, like brunt wear boots
I work with
have
them.
like, yeah,
Hmm.
dude, your feet are what makes contact with the ground, right? And so you want to
Exactly.
make sure that that's what you take care of, because it affects everything going up the ladder.
It does. I just
So.
got my first pair from them, and it feels like your feet are on like marshmallows. Their boots are crazy good.
yeah,
So Volt, this is the mini Taipan right here, okay? And I fit all 4 fingers comfortably on this right here without a problem. Okay. So it is an outstanding knife for a big size hand. No issues whatsoever. For reference, here's the full size type hand, and you can see, you know, I don't know, half an inch or so sticking out the back of my palm right there. So they are, that's about the difference in size right there. Um, So about 3/4 of an inch shorter than the full size Taipan, and no issues whatsoever. Though I can absolutely fit it in my hand without a problem. I think if it was another 1/4 of an inch smaller, I'd probably say we're getting into territory I don't want to be in for handles. But as its current state, I'd say it's pretty good for sure.
At 1050, Greg had talked about, you know, stacking medicines for pain relief. And it's funny, we get back to our hotel room and I think the unprofessional dad might have had some aspirin or something, and then Sam's like, I've got some ibuprofen, and I pulled out some Aleve, and with just naproxen, and Chris is like, oh man, you got the good stuff. Let me get some of that. Like we were dealing drugs.
Yeah, we were a bunch of whack jobs in that room, passing out pills like Tic Tacs, but it was over the counter good stuff that we were trying to get. We were trying to get our pain to break a little bit. But I will say this: after the first day, your muscles after a night of sleep, they relax a little bit, and then your next day you're sore, but you don't get much worse, in my opinion. I did not feel nearly as bad at the end of day 2 as I did on day 1. Now,
Yeah.
I don't want to say the same for everybody else, right? But I don't know if that's how you felt, Chris, but I did not feel like I got ran over by a train at the end of night 2.
No, I agree, and I think that we got there about an hour later. We probably left an hour earlier. I think that was part of it. Um, so-
Yeah, Dan Stan. Chris is an incredible human being. He's salt of the earth type of guy. One of our closest friends. We picked him up in Kentucky and drove him down with us. So we had a whole lot of fun. We roomed with him down in Atlanta. So it's special, man. He's a good dude, and he would give the shirt off his back and the food out of his plate if somebody needed it. So I agree with you, buddy.
yeah, and Tommy said that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, dude. I didn't say we weren't sore. I said we were better than we were the day before. uh, don't confuse that with I felt 100% because I'm still not 100%.
Yeah,
I've been exhausted all
we,
week long. Blade Show is one of those things where you need a week's recovery for 3 days of work.
yeah.
Yep.
On Friday we were going to go to the pit, and then it's funny. Yeah, I look over and Chris is sprawled out on the floor and he falls asleep. Sam's sitting upright on the couch and fell asleep. I went and climbed into my bed and went to sleep. And we went and we were like, why don't we try the pit tomorrow night instead? And so we did that. And we went and hung out for a couple of hours there and met a lot of very great people, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. God bless Chris. He picked me up a PM2 Tonto for my birthday. Thanks, PayPal. Well,
That's
William
awesome.
Hornbossel's birthday was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, buddy. So happy birthday,
Happy
belated
birthday.
birthday again. And awesome pickup. And yeah, Chris got a lot of those, right? I think he had a stack of PM2 Tontos with him that he had to pick up for people. So definitely an awesome knife and definitely a hot a hot item at the Blade Show. I mean, there were lines every morning for Blade HQ to grab those. So, really, really cool to see it.
Yeah. So Hunter, was there a knife that got away? Was there one that you wished you would have bought that you didn't? Or was there one there that you're just like, man, I would love to have that one too, but I assume you're not independently wealthy. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I wish I was super super rich because I would buy all the knives in there, man. It was I can't really put a name on one that I really really wanted. A lot of the ones that I wanted were like I wanted to support so many of the small makers and like Donnie Bless and all those guys, but I mean, for me, it's a little bit. I've drifted away from buying away from more of the big brands. I would rather buy one that I know is my friend, that they can put a name to my face and everything. But like I said, there's so many brands there. It's hard to just it's hard to just pick out one that stood out, you know.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Mikey Bobby, I want to address this one. So, Best Tech is absolutely a manufacturer. Um, and I know that because our knife, the Gracchus, is designed, or is I should, well, we designed that. It is manufactured through Best Tech. And I have video evidence of their manufacturing facility. I have pictures. I have all kinds of things from the process along the way that we
And
wanted and asked for. So they are
and
not a middleman.
we've been invited to China to go tour the facility.
Yeah, and
That's
and
impressive.
we had manufacturers ask us specifically to come to China, and Best Tech was one of them that invited us.
There
So
there are certainly big popular brands that you wouldn't know don't make their own, but I'm not going to spread that, but Best Tech is not one of them.
correct, correct. They absolutely do 100% run their own manufacturing. Now, I will say this, and this is something that I do know absolutely 100% certain, and I have this confirmed by companies. There are facilities that are shared by other companies. Okay. So therefore, it is an entire, and I'm using this as an example. I do not know this to be the case, but I can tell you that it is entirely possible that Best Tech and Riot share a facility. That means that they've pooled money together to put one building together so that they have all these machines together and then their engineers work in them. That doesn't mean that Riot is building Best Tech's knives or vice versa. It just means that they've pooled their money together to put this facility together. You got to keep in mind, from what I've heard, like Kaiser's facility there is like $150 million facility, and the city that is where all these knife companies come from, that's Yangjiang or whatever, is knife capital of the world. There are more knives that come out of that city than any place else on earth. And it is one city. It is all encompassed into this one area. So you stay there, you can walk up a street and literally see every major manufacturer in China that you can think of for the most part is going to be all in this one area. So they do manufacture their own stuff, but it is entirely possible that they do share a facility with somebody. That much I will give you for sure. So
Yeah. So Hunter, what are you going to do different next year after taking it all in this time? What does a plan next year look like for you?
Um,
Because I'm going to tell you you're going to fail right now, but I would like to hear what you
oh, I
have to
know it.
say.
I know it.
boy, you just knocked that poor kid right off that
Yep.
pedestal right away,
Look,
huh,
He's
pal?
like,
I
psych, wrong.
Freaking
well, you know
killjoy.
what? I'm the next time will be the fourth time. I haven't made it past the first 8 minutes of the day on any plan I've had so far going in. So, but anyway, what are your thoughts as of this moment? If you could go back right now, knowing everything you know now, where would you go first? What would you start with? What would you do different? And how does that translate into next year?
Um, well, I went in this year trying to seek out a redundancy on 229 in my Carta. Um, So I'm
Nice.
gonna go in next year with a better game plan. I kind of just won this year because I didn't have any exclusives to hunt down or anything. But next year I think I'm gonna go in, definitely make more content for sure. I was originally gonna interview some booths and stuff, but that slipped my mind. And I was
Easy
so
to do, man.
overwhelmed. Yeah. Um, but yeah, maybe get one, or maybe try to get an exclusive next year. Not a lot of them really stood out to me this year, but I don't know. Probably the same stuff. I want to get more pictures with people. I wish I would have got one with you and Sam, but get more pictures, more videos of stuff. I should have met a lot more people than I did. A lot of people were there that just I meant to say hi to them. It didn't happen. And see a lot more boots as well. I did write a couple boots down on my little notebook here, but like I said, there was more than I even wrote down. So during the show, when I got back to my hotel, I actually went there and wrote more down, but then more appeared that I want to go check out, and then the ones that I wrote down slipped. So it was one big kind of
You,
blur.
you know what I did is I printed the map after it was all finalized. I printed a map, and then I went through and I highlighted the places that I absolutely knew I wanted to see, and I would write the knife or knives down, with the number of the facility and the knives that I wanted to check out. And then I tried, but there's so many. But I tried to go through and just start looking. Okay, I'm going to be in this area. There's 5 people I definitely want to see. There's 3 people I've never heard of. Let me go on their websites or Instagram and check them out and see if this is a place I want to spend time or not. And because my first time, I think Sam and I tried to go and see every single booth and every single table virtually in order, up and down the rows, every single one. And that, I mean, we didn't know what we were looking for. There wasn't you know, we were just going for the first time. We weren't collectors at the time. We were more so inquisitive. We wanted to have a couple nice knives, but we were just getting our feet wet. The next time we went, we had a much better plan. Didn't wasn't still a good plan, but it was a much better plan. And then this time, I felt like we each had, instead of trying to make a plan together, each of us made our own plans and just figured that, we can separate and find each other. And like I said, I wrote it all out, had it done. It was probably 4 or 5 pages of notes, which would have made it worthless once I was there, by the way. But I walked off and left it. So
Yeah.
Happens.
Volt. So we did see Ray and Cole
a
in
bunch.
a bunch, yeah, and they were at the Kaiser dinner with us as well. We've got pictures with both of them. We hung out with them. We know them pretty good at this point. Cole. So yeah, so actually, one of the Gracchus actually arrived at Ray's house today. So you should see Ray doing some review work on the Gracchus in the coming days. So that'll be cool. And then Cole recorded a small, like 2 minute clip on the Gracchus, and apparently his mic failed while he was down there, so it had nothing, and so he didn't post it. But if you go back to Cole's live last night, he actually spent a few minutes talking about the Gracchus while he was on his live last night as well, which was really cool of him. And they both really like the knife, so it's awesome. Um, Cole and Ray are good guys. Both of them are really good guys. They are, well, Ray is what Ray is, right? Ray is really exactly who he is online, is exactly who he is in person. He is a ball of energy that goes 1,000 miles an hour, and
Yeah.
he's always just smiling. He is a happy, happy dude. Um, so really like the guy. And then Cole is nothing like his personality when you see him on his lives or when he's doing reviews, and he's got that kind of conceitedness about him, right? And I say that because he's doing it on purpose. It's an act. But in person, he's a fantastic guy. saw him, big hug from the guy, a lot of fun seeing him, and he's got some really cool prototypes as well going on through Blade Binge. He's got some integral tri-stashes coming. He's got a couple of the smaller knives. I forget what they call them. He was originally calling them the tri-chode, but I forget what he called them now. They changed the name. But they're really cool. He's got a lot going on, so good for him. Happy for him. He's a good dude. So yeah, we got to see them. They were a lot of fun. Fun guys. Got to hang out with Neve for a little while. Jared's a great dude. Got to hang out with him for a little bit in the pit. Casey, we had dinner with Lefty one night. That was great. He's always a lot of fun. Got to hang out with Colin. I don't get to see Colin very much. He's usually behind the scenes, and plus he just had a baby, so that's really cool that he was there and got to escape for a couple days. But then again, I mean, he lives pretty close to there. He's in the Atlanta area, so he's not too far from the show anyway. But it's still really cool to see him. So
Yeah, go ahead.
this year was my 6th year. I talked about someone who had been there 10 years. He said that he knew someone who had been there for 33 years. I'd like to know when they started doing Blade Show Atlanta. That is an outstanding question, Ed. A really, really good question. And if anybody can find that information, I'd love to know that out of curiosity myself. I'm sure Google can give us an answer or something. So I just see a whole bunch of people in here probably being able to search one of those things out. So
1982 was the first official year. But
1980.
that was in Cincinnati. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. I'm going through.
Fairy Reaper saying good night. So good night, Fairy Reaper.
Good night, sir.
Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Sorry that your internet's giving you some fits tonight, but hopefully it'll be back up and working soon, and you can come and hang out with us the next time. We appreciate you coming in. Come in next week. If you come in next week and hang with us, we'll make you a mod next week. I always make sure that we've got people that come in a few weeks in a row and show good behavior and all that kind of good stuff before I give you the green light for that. It's just to make sure that you don't make everybody miserable in here. So awesome.
So here's the rundown. Show started
Moved to Atlanta in 1993.
Yep, 93 to Atlanta. So 82 is when it started in Cincinnati. It moved to Knoxville in 86, and then in 93. Knoxville?
Yep,
nice.
Tennessee. Yep.
80, okay. So, I mean, it's been around for a while. Maybe they should bring it back to Cincinnati. I'm just saying it'd be a lot easier for us, Chris.
Yeah. We could pull a Colin. We could really drive if we wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, I don't mind the trip. Actually, I enjoy the road trip down with. I mean, we've road tripped a bunch, Chris, and you and I have spent an awful lot of miles in a car together, and I always enjoy that. Right? It's always a lot of fun to just kind of chat with your bro. And radio's down. We don't even listen to the radio. We're just talking nonstop from end to end, with the exception of maybe usually on the way home from Blade Show, there's a period of quiet because everybody's kind of like exhausted. So the two Chris's were out cold in the car for a few minutes or whatever. So that's cool.
Tommy said, "Hush your mouth, Sam."
Tommy, look, man, if they move it back to Cincinnati, bro, I'll tell you what, man, you got a place right here with us. Okay, I will make room. We've got a spare bedroom. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and you could just drive the 2 hours with us each way.
Yeah, there you go. It's so much easier, right? Think about it. Fred the Lug popping in kind of late.
What's up, Fred?
11:17 Eastern time, and Fred makes a first appearance. Man, I would have thought you would have already been in bed, Fred. Don't you have work tomorrow morning or something, sir? But appreciate you coming in and hanging out, buddy.
And what time were you wanting to get out of here, Hunter, we didn't talk about that.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Feel
Okay.
free for
I
whatever
don't.
time. Yeah, we can log off whenever.
Just left the custom maker shop, so he's off until Monday. Okay, cool. Right
Very
on,
nice.
Fred. Awesome. Um, so let's see here. We did really well in Blade Show. Um, obviously, we can't sell anything. We don't have a booth, right? So we're not allowed to sell anything at Blade Show. But putting the Gracchus in a lot of hands was the goal. It's always the goal when you're doing this is to get as many people as possible to touch this thing and give you feedback. And you know, last day we finally ran into Nick Stasa, and he put this in his hand and absolutely loved it. Put a nice video out. I actually clipped the video and reposted it on Instagram, and he's already got like 10,000 views on that video. So I mean, it's incredible. Um, we really put it. Gosh, I mean, Hunter, you had it in your hand. Every major content creator from the only big content creator that has not touched this knife so far has been Metal Complex. Melissa Backwoods, and then you skip down to Neves. Um, who's the other big one? Taylor? Not Taylor. Is it Taylor?
Yeah, best damn EDC.
Best damn
He
EDC. Taylor.
Yep.
he
Taylor
did
had it
not.
in his hand.
Ricky did.
Ricky. Yep.
Yeah, Captain he
Captain
did.
Ricky did. Yeah. All the any big one you can think of has probably touched
Uh,
this.
Alex from Outdoor 55.
Alex from
Okay.
Outdoors 55 did. Yep. So,
You know,
I mean,
that's a thing too, is that in every situation I've seriously asked people feedback. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. I wanna hear, because I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm looking for real feedback that'll help make us better.
yeah,
And
100%.
you know,
Um,
it
Sergeant Maximus, I have not gotten it in G Ball's hands because I have not seen G Ball.
yeah.
And Dale, same thing here with Love Them Knives. I did not run into them, or if I would have, they would have had this in their hand. There's no question about that.
Yeah. And you know, and I think that's the thing, is that everybody that did has been so incredibly complimentary. And I'm like, well, just I need to know what you don't like. We got to fix it. But you
Yes,
know,
don't blow smoke up my rear. I need to know what I need to fix, and I mean most of them are not
yeah,
nothing.
if you tell me it's fantastic and there's nothing to change, I expect you to buy it.
Yeah, right.
But you know, we had a lot of success. It's been very rewarding. It's been a lot of hands. I would say that this past weekend, gosh, I put it in hundreds of hands. Chris put his in a lot of hands. I know Chris, the unprofessional dad, carried one all weekend long and put it in all people's hands that he pocket checked. So therefore, he had it in a ton of hands. I mean, we were all working overtime and then some. When I went to a booth, when we talked to somebody like, um, who was it that was really cool? Um, oh, Nick from Numb Knives.
Mm.
Okay, that dude
It
loved
was
this thing.
fun to watch him do it.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
ought to
I
make
mean,
a pinch lock Gracchus.
okay. Don't start that. Hey, Fred. Yeah, I know. You're gonna you will never let us live this down until you get what you want. I know.
I
G-Ball,
love
Love Them
it.
Knives are good dudes. Just email them. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying that they're not good dudes. I'm saying that in a limited window, do I have any value when? So our pre-order closes in 9 days, and then they're not for sale for a period of time. So do I send it to them so they can review the knife that nobody can buy? I don't know. I'm
Maybe
not
just
saying I
before we go to sell it.
won't. Yeah, right before they drop. there'll be a bunch that will go out. You will see, like, fall time, like end of summer, beginning of fall, when production arrives here, you're going to see an absolute explosion across YouTube where every major channel is all of a sudden going to be reviewing the Gracchus. So rest assured, it will be happening. So yeah. But the Nat Gracchus is great. Well, thank you, Fred. I do appreciate that. And we could send you a knife to review. Yeah, we will do that, man. We will do that. We're just getting through our last legs here, and then they're gonna be out there, man, for sure. So we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Ray got his today. Matt, which is Southern Cali EDC, got his today. Each one of those guys is going to have a shipping label to overnight to another person. And then depending on how fast they move, depends on whether or not they're going to send it to a third person or not. We're really kind of like on a time crunch. It's how many people can we fit in before pre-order closes, right? Getting it out as much as possible. James Hoyt, bedtime, good hang, good night all. Good night, James. Appreciate you, my friend. You are awesome.
Yeah, good night, James. What do you say, Hunter? Do you need a knife to review in a few weeks? We got a Gracchus we can send you.
So, yeah. If you guys have one, you have some time for me, I would love to review that thing. Even when I had it in my hand, it was.
Again.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, right before we go to or start, probably about the same time we get the notice of when they're coming in out of production, we'll probably want to fan them back out. But if you want one,
that would
I'd
be
love
great.
to have you review
just
it.
let me know. That would be awesome. Even when I was holding it, like, I was trying to find something that I can tell you guys some feedback on, but that thing is just spot on in my opinion. I was holding it and making sure that the pocket clip didn't hotspot or anything, and it just felt so comfortable in the hand. It was hard to say what was wrong with it, so.
Sounds like you're a customer. Good job.
Yeah, right.
Hey, man, we appreciate that, and that's one of the things that we really tried to do, was nail down the ergos on this knife and really get it so that it is dialed in for all different types of hands. And it's really hard to do that, right? It's damn near impossible to do. There's going to be somebody out there that'll handle this knife that'll probably say they don't particularly care for it. And I get that. It's such a subjective item. But I will say that everybody so far has been very cool about how comfortable this thing has been. The pocket clip they've talked about. The one knock that I get is the size of it. People that have small hands, they want it smaller, and I get that. But an 8.25 inch blade, or I'm sorry, an 8.25 inch blade. Good Lord, that's a machete. An 8.25 inch overall knife in a really tiny set of hands could feel gargantuan, and it may not be for them. So I get that. But at the same time, when we put it in people's hands, one of the things we're telling them is we're also telling them, hey, these are some of the things we're going to be changing. So, like, for instance, the lock bar access. We know it needs improving. That's why we're doing it. So when people touch it and we say, oh, we're doing this, they're like, oh, well, that was about the only thing I could say. And it's like, well, we got you covered, man. Don't worry. That's getting fixed. And it's going to be spectacular. When this comes out, everybody's going to be like, damn, this is the same but new on the knife. Like, it's going to be different but the same.
Anybody catch? Go ahead, Hunter.
To me, having a knife that's too big is way better than having a knife that's way too small. I mean,
I agree with you there, 100%.
Yeah. Like, even though my hands are small, it would fit way better on a bigger knife than one that is way too small for me, because then you can't even hold the knife.
Yeah, I feel a lot more secure if I've got a lot more to grab onto.
Yep.
Yeah.
Extra room.
For sure. For sure. And
Um,
Fred, yeah, I get it, man. Well, like I said, we will definitely get you some stuff, right? We are making this final push, right? And so, and I guess this is as good a time as any, right? So, first and foremost, thank you all for coming out. So if you haven't yet, do me a favor, smash the like button. We appreciate that. It definitely helps the channel a lot. It helps drive the algorithm. So make sure that you're hitting that like button if you haven't done that. Um, if you are not subscribed to Hunter's new channel, Weld and Carry 2, I pinned that link in the chat. Make sure that you all are following him. He got hacked, and we're working really hard to get his original channel back. But if he doesn't get back, we want to make sure that we are getting ahead of it. So make sure that you give Hunter's new channel, Weld and Carry 2, a subscribe so that we can make sure that he is trying to get back to whole again. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel if you haven't. I'm pretty sure I've noticed everybody in here before that already subscribes to us. But if there's any lurkers out there that aren't, make sure that you're doing that for us. We appreciate that. We certainly appreciate all the support and everything. We really love you guys, week in and week out, coming out, showing up here, all the time. So, and then the Gracchus. A big Gracchus, 9 days. 9 days is all that is left on this pre-order. When the pre-order closes, these stop going for sale. It shuts down. There will be none available until the production is complete and they show up. Okay, so, and at that point, they're going up to full retail price. So they are discounted right now. If you are interested in a Gracchus, full DLC is $299.99. The Blurpinkle with the belt satin and the stonewashed handle with the belt satin is $284.99, and the full stonewash version is $269.99. It's Vanex blade and a titanium handle, Damascus pivot collars. Awesome knife, and it is phenomenal. And you can look at all of the content on our YouTube channel. You can look at all of the content on our Instagram channel. You can see all the comments along the way. And I can certainly tell you that the support and the love and the reactions have been stellar for this knife. You are not going to find a better knife for that price at all, in my opinion, not right now or any time in the future. So if you are interested, make sure you grab one in the next 9 days, because otherwise the price is going to go up. It's just what we have to do. Unfortunately, we're doing this to and the project, just so you all know, is fully funded. Okay, it is a fully funded project. We are not crowdsourcing money for the project. We are only doing pre-orders so that we can figure out how much of each finish to actually do. So it is paid for. You don't have to worry about this not happening. It's happening. So if you want one, grab yourself one. Damascus kits are available. So Damascus backspacer and pocket clip, those are going to be $100. That's our cost. So we're not making any money on the pocket clip and backspacer Damascus kit. So, just get yourself one while you can. I can certainly tell you that the preset limits are running thin. We are getting down to the nitty gritty. It would be awesome if the final day we started seeing sold outs. That would probably make me pretty tickled. So we're doing really good though. We're really, really happy.
Hey, I see Mind of Milton joined as well. Oh, go ahead with that, Sam.
Wish I could buy one more than one Gracchus, but there's always awesome knives for me to get. First off, Miranda, thank you for buying one, and
Yeah.
certainly we appreciate that. That's awesome, and yeah, I do get that. There are a lot of great knives out there, and I don't expect people to unload their wallets on buying multiple Gracchus. Gracchi? We went through
Crack
this. We're
eye.
calling them Grackeye, right?
Yep. Yep. Crack eye when it's plural.
Yeah. So, it's cool. Awesome live, Sam and Chris Hunter. Again, sorry that you're going through this issue. You'll be back with your original channel before you know it. Old man on the ridge, thanks for coming in and chilling out, brother. Always good to see you, man. And thank you for hanging out with us tonight. It's awesome of you. I called your knife a Crackus. My bad, Gracchus. It's all good. I think Stasa called it a Kraken the other day, or Graken, or Grakens, or something. I don't know. He had the name wrong too, so it's all good. I definitely get it. Where was it? I saw somebody in here. You saw there it was. Mind of Milton. Hey peeps, what's going on, Mind of Milton? Good to see you.
Were,
Thanks for coming in and hanging out, dude. Appreciate you.
were you in Atlanta, sir? Because if so, I would have loved to have shook your hand and met you. It's terrible we didn't get to meet if you were there.
Yeah,
I,
that sucks. Yeah, that would have sucked. If we didn't get to connect. So yeah, were you in Atlanta? Good question, Chris. You know who else was a lot of fun to meet? Whoops, I brought my coaster with me. It stuck to the bottom of the bottle. Um, did you guys meet John Evans? Who does Javon's Knife Flicks?
I did not meet him.
I don't
Well,
think
he
so,
was
no.
sitting at our dinner table with us, so you met him. You just didn't realize you met him. Did you
Aha.
meet him, Hunter?
I don't think I saw him, but I never introduced myself to him.
Oh, dude, he's such a cool dude. He's such a laid back individual. But at the same time, he's got like a little firecracker in him. He's a cool cat. I enjoyed talking to him for a little while. Very fun guy. I definitely look forward to hanging out with him again. Sam, Chris, and Hunter, it was so much fun hanging with you all over the course of the weekend. Yeah, Fred, man, it is definitely always good connecting with you, dude. Um, Fred the Lug has probably the best knife collection I know of. Now, he says there are people with better, and I'm sure that there are, but I don't know them. And I know Fred, so I'm going to say Fred has the nicest knife collection I've ever encountered. And he is so gracious to share that and let other people experience those things, putting customs in your hand and showing you things, introducing you to the makers and stuff like that. It's just super, super cool.
Fred,
So
I'm
very,
willing
very,
and Fred, I'm willing to take them out so you will have the nicest collection. We can
yeah.
let's make a deal.
We won't charge much. So yours hasn't shipped out yet? No, yours hasn't shipped out yet, buddy. Um, we are still looking at fall time for the late summer, early fall for the production versions to be around. Um, nope, but planning to see you guys next year. Hell yeah, dude! You let us know,
Nice.
man. We would absolutely love to connect with you. We always have a lot of fun, and we will make sure to connect with you for sure. It is, man, it's such an experience. It really, really is. Yeah, Kaiser Fred. That's where that Javon's Knife Flicks, John Evans. He was at Kaiser. He was sitting at our dinner table. Um, yeah, I don't know anyone who has a better collection than Fredo. Yeah, no, man. He has stellar stuff.
Fred
So
normally has a nicer collection on him than I have accumulative.
he he didn't bring a whole lot of knives to Texas. Because he didn't want to like fly travel with them. But from what I understand, Fred like drove down to Atlanta, so he took a whole bunch, and he was like, "I'm gonna have a few knives with me, like 150 or 200." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
Like, he
Oh,
took
but
my whole collection with him.
only 75% of them will be customs, one-off customs.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Southern Cali EDC, what's up, dude? Matt, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in and
What's up,
hanging
man?
out, bro.
Hey, if
Hope
you
you're
guys
doing
haven't been
well
over to
tonight.
what, yeah, if you guys haven't been over to Southern Cali EDC's channel to check out the review of the Gracchus that he did, he just put together a quick short on it. Man, we're stealing his introduction. We loved it so much. What a great
Yeah,
job. Thank you, sir.
yeah, he does that. It's super cool. Very, very, very cool. And great to meet you in Atlanta, Matt. It was I know we didn't spend a whole ton of time together, but it was still really cool to meet you, man, and hang out. It was a lot of fun. And I hope that your return home was less eventful than your ride into Atlanta because Matt was hung up in Denver, I think it was. So that kind of sucked. So very, very cool though. Um, yeah, yeah, we're looking. I'm already counting the days down till the next Blade show. As a matter of fact, just this afternoon I was looking at it. I'm considering going to Blade Show West this year. I don't know why, but I'm having like I'm having this empty feeling in my body that I need to go to another Blade show.
You might as well run the Triple Crown.
I might as well run it is for business research. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Hunter, you want to go to West? Because I don't think Chris is going to go.
If you can pick me up, 100%.
Think it's gonna be
Oh, I
flying.
I'm
might,
on the
I
way
might
down to
have, I
Tennessee.
might. Chris, I am upgrading to a younger model, sir.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. He can walk
mini
further too.
Chris.
He can, but that's the smallest of the three blade shows, so I probably don't need the young legs for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
I
true.
would like I would like up to Utah to experience and see Utah. Not necessarily because I've never been to Salt Lake. I've never been to Utah. Period. So certainly not Salt Lake City. I would love to see the city as well as be able to partake in the knives.
Your wife might not think that is for business purposes, Sam. You know, I've already told my wife that I was looking into it. So, Vault, don't give her any ideas in case she's lurking in this room, sir. Okay, don't instill any ideas into this or anything like that. Okay, I trust me, man. I've got a good thing going. Don't screw this up for me.
And Southern Cali EDC. I saw that you said that you got a short doing a little bit of cutting. You cut with you did you do a little cut test with the Gracchus, and if so, what were your thoughts with it?
Hold on. I have another short with cutting and dialogue. Hell yeah, dude. Um, yeah, I know a few people that have cut with it. Casey cut a mile of cardboard with it. Well, it was a different one than you have. And who else? Oh, Jared. Cut tests are not done yet, happening tomorrow. Right on. Cool, man. Yeah, let us know what you think on that. It should perform well. Casey went through a bunch of cardboard. Jared went through a bunch of stuff with his as well, and they both said that they performed outstanding. So it's got a hell of an edge, a super thin hollow grind on that thing. It should be a slicey beast for
And
sure.
you've been using yours a ton, right? The primary
I
daily driver.
Yeah, I have. I have absolutely been carrying that thing for months at this point, nonstop. Every day I have a Gracchus in my pocket, and every single time that I have something to cut, I use the Gracchus. So, as a matter of fact, I have a mile's worth of cardboard in the garage that I need to go through as well. So, um,
I was cutting cardboard before the show. I went out. Tomorrow was trash day and recycling both, so I went out and broke down a bunch of boxes and threw it in there. And it's like I didn't want to come back up and get online because I was just like, you know, I had plenty of space in the trash can, but I was like, nope, I got to cut this up just a little bit more.
do you think Casey secretly stump stuck it? No, he didn't secretly stump stuck it, J1.
He
He
did it.
did
We
stump
asked him.
stick it. It's on video and it's posted. Go to his channel. He stump stuck the Gracchus and it's stump stuck fantastically.
Yeah,
So definitely go check it out. I mean,
Yeah,
we asked him to do it. He did it
we
because we asked him to.
yeah we haven't asked people to treat these gingerly. It's hey it here it's cool. We expect it to perform. Don't be an idiot, right? And you know, don't try to go, you know, chop a nail in half or something like that. You know, you see guys trying to baton through nails or screws, but use it the way that a knife is meant to be used, and I don't mind one bit.
No, everybody seems to think that prototypes, because they're prototypes, need to be treated with some sort of gingerly kid gloves. But the reality is that's what tells you what's wrong with the knives before they go to production, right? You have to
Yeah.
beat them up. So I mean, I have given nobody any instructions on whether or not to do anything with them, right?
You know,
All I say is, here, we're sending them for review. There you go. Right?
one
Cut,
of the
do.
one of the things that we're doing with design 2 and 3, we've sent the money off for the prototypes, and one of the things that Sam and I talked about and we're doing is we're getting and I don't know if we'll do this for every knife going forward, but for this next one, we've decided to get knives with not the intention of destroying them, but getting them to do harder testing than what you normally would. Like, I want to put it on top of a 6-foot step ladder, knock it off 4 or 5 times, and see how it, are we scratching it up? Is the blade flying out? Are we chipping? Are we breaking? Maybe seeing what the bend radius would be if it was being used for prying or something like that. I mean, the next knife isn't designed to be a beater knife. It's designed to be an amazing slicer. But being able to see how much is this capable of taking?
Thanks for coming in and stopping in, Matt.
Thanks,
Appreciate you,
Matt.
brother.
Thanks for your
So
help.
yeah, no doubt, man. Thank you, buddy. Have a good night. Go take care of the kiddos. Um, some prototypes don't have the real steel, so testing isn't always appropriate, but yours are in the correct steel and HRC, so people can test them. Yeah, and
Yeah,
Fred, I get why prototypes are sent. Like, for instance, Kubi sends all of their prototypes in D2, and Concept, I think they send all their prototypes in 154 CM, maybe, or
I think
14C.
it's 154. That was the first thing that popped out at me.
So they, not for nothing, but first off, you charge outstanding amounts of money for a prototype. And the difference in cost between the steels is not so astronomical that I don't think you should use the real steel. Um, and that is a big reason why I wouldn't have gone with them. I can tell you that if I turned around and said to Kubi, yeah, we've decided we're going to move forward with you prototyping, the next thing I was going to tell them is, and I'm going to, Fred says the concept is 9CR.
Mm.
Um, and the next thing I would have told Kubi is, and I'm insisting that you use the real steel that we are asking to be for production. I don't want D2 if that's not what my production model is. So that's absolutely ridiculous. And especially at $500 a piece, you can afford to upgrade that to whatever I'm asking. So that's just my feelings, and that's exactly what I would do. And if they
I,
said no, then I'd choose another company to go with, because then it means you're not partnering with me
I
properly.
yeah, I legitimately want to test everything that we put out. I don't want to just assume that it'll work fine. And we've talked to other makers that or other designers that have had companies OEM for them, and then you hear some horror stories when they get the final production and of it not working the way that they wanted it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't want to be in that predicament, right? Not when you're talking about that kind of volume, right? You're not talking about 5 knives. You're talking about hundreds of knives, and that's a royal pain in the ass to be in that situation there. Josh, I agree, right? You don't get a good feel for a knife. I mean, part of prototyping is when you've used your knife for a while and it's time to sharpen it back up. How does that sharpen up? How does it burr come off on that knife? That tells you the way that was heat treated and stuff like that. I don't want to deal with this stuff. Like I want what I'm going to produce is what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Nothing other than that.
I'm not so concerned with like edge retention testing, but I am concerned with like stability testing, different types of cuts, different kinds of materials. Are we getting a good bite at however the factory sharp we can use there, things like that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Sanders, hey man, I didn't even know you were in here. You were lurking. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, buddy. And yeah, that's just the bottom line is prototyping isn't all about the cut testing portion of it. It's when you're done cut testing, how did your steel respond to that test? Is it something that drops back real clean? Is it something that needs a full reprofile? Or maybe, because most manufacturers do like a 20 to 22 degree edge on it. So maybe you have the right steel and now you want to bring that edge back to I don't know, 17-degree edge. Well, if you do that, how does it sharpen on that? What kind of burr comes off on it? Does it hold the edge real well? Does it get chippy? All that kind of stuff. I want to know. You can't get that. You can't get that if you're going to hand me D2 or 9CR or something like that. If I'm going to be putting out a Vanex blade or a Magna Cut blade or a S90V blade or whatever. So I
Hunter,
think it's important.
Hunter, what's your favorite steel?
I like M398 and M390. That's probably one of my favorite steel. And then my favorite budget steel's got to be 14C.
Yeah,
I like
I'm a fan of
14C.
14C.
And Fred, that's what I'm talking about is OEM. When it is a license, right? When I'm collaborating with a company and it's license work, the knife's not mine anymore.
Yeah.
So you prototype how you want to prototype at that point. When I'm paying tens of thousands of dollars for a production run, I can assure you it's going to be the real steel that I'm planning to put in production, or you're not going to be the company that I work with. I will pay more to work with a company that will prototype properly. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
So yeah, 14C is awesome. I'm a corrosion resistant snob. So for me, like Vanex is my favorite probably.
Yep.
I do love M398, but the sharpening thing, I mean, again, I don't hard use knives. It doesn't really matter to me because the likelihood of me having to worry about doing anything more than stropping back an edge is small. Right? Chris is far more involved in that stuff. He's more in tune with the metallurgy side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I call him the president of R&D for Wyvern Kodiak because when we are going through this stuff, he's the one that makes the decisions and helps me figure out like what steels. I'm the drawing guy. Let me draw knives. You figure out what steel it needs to be.
Yeah.
Steel handle. Yep.
I see Rob's Nerdy Knives just popped in. Hello, sir.
Good to see you, Rob.
I could use your kazoo. I could use your kazoo. I'm sleepy.
Me too.
What's up, Rob? Good to see you, man. You're coming in pretty close to the end here. We're gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. I'm slowly but surely starting to feel it in my voice. Chris will fall asleep on the live if we keep letting him go. And I'm not quite sure, but since we found out that Hunter's 20, I'm thinking it's probably past his bedtime already.
Oh, shots fired.
Usually 9.
You got to break some balls a little bit, buddy.
I do want to show Rob my haptic here.
There you go. Hey, Rob, look at that. He's got shiny stuff.
They Yeah, look at the mirror on that thing. It's beautiful. So it's it is I don't even know what metal this is. I probably got to look it up. It doesn't matter. I doubt if I'm gonna be cutting with it.
I thought we did look it up. I just don't remember. I thought we looked it up when we were in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's probably on my COA.
And then Rob, we were talking about it on your live. Um, we were talking about the Koenig that I was after. So I actually landed this thing. Thankfully, I'm super grateful. By the way, but there it is. I want to say this is pronounced the Osius, but this is the full DLC Osius in M398. So it is a sweet, sweet knife. I'm absolutely thrilled that I was able to get this thing. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. So very happy I was able to pull that one off.
And
Got the last one on the table. So, and Chris
prob
got the last haptic on the
haptic.
table.
Yeah.
I
Rob,
almost called it an outlaw, and I know it's not.
yeah. I wish they would have had the outlaw that I was looking for, or at least one I didn't dislike. I just didn't like the one that was there, but I would have had a tough decision. But I really love the blade shape of the haptic. And Rob helped me out. He said Joe likes his favorite's M390. That's what the steel is. Um,
Yeah, man. Um, I'm gonna. Well, I don't know if you're talking about Chris's Halt or if you're talking about my Koenig, but yes to
yes to
both.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them are under 2K by a significant amount. They weren't up there at the 2K level. So more. Yeah, they weren't that high. Um, they were expensive. Don't get me wrong. They were definitely up there though, but not that bad. And then Rob, I know you like the mini Veli. So I was able to nab a full size Veli, and
That thing's so
uh,
beautiful.
yeah, man,
The lighting and the lighting isn't doing it justice.
I'm trying to get it to
Yeah, that
Yeah, it's a
machining
really nice
is
blade.
so spectacular.
yeah, it is absolutely special, and I absolutely love this thing. I was after this for quite some time, and I pulled the trigger on other knives instead of pulling the trigger on this one, and then they had this at the show, and I couldn't say no. I had to have it, so pretty thrilled on that. I think now if the Halt was much higher, if you got Vanix, he does do some of that. Ah, I did not know that Halt did Vanix.
Yeah,
That
I don't mind sharing. The show price for it was 1350. So you're
there you
probably
go.
right. It's probably in 390.
There you go. Uh, what did you think was going to be $900, Walt? I can assure you that all three of these last three knives that we talked about were much more than $900. The cheapest one of the bunch is this Veli, and it was 12. So it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap to live in the top of those types of things, but it's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I agree, Fred. I really like Tabio brought some really nice stuff to uh, to the um, to the show this year. Um, he only had the plain mini Velis in Texas. He had the milled ones in Atlanta. So, and he had some Damasteel or some Damascus ones. I mean, yeah, they were freaking stunners. Yeah, it was really nice. John could not say no to the mini Veli. Did you get one, John? That's awesome if you did. I love it. I told Chris before. I said I may have to. That may be the next one that I get from Hoghouse. I really want to get a mini Valley. Actually, I think I want to get a Model T too, just because they have some outstanding action as well. Although they are a little bit less my style, but they're still spectacular knives.
Yeah, the only knife that I look back on this year and say I really wish I probably would have gone and spent more time and probably bought one is the Griffin. That was probably the one that I was surprised by the most that I really did enjoy.
The F3.5, that the
Yeah,
bigger one, yeah,
yeah,
that one was really nice. I never handled one of those, and I've heard people talk about one of the other models, and they actually compared it to the Excalibur, and I don't agree with that. I did not feel it to be as substantial as the Excalibur, but
yeah,
yeah, yes, Griffin's blades in Baller Room, Fred. That's the one that we're talking about. The F3.5, then they had the F3, which was the smaller one. I think the F3 was a very comfortable, good size EDC knife for your just simple everyday carry. But for like somebody who likes to just fidget and play with knives, I think the 3.5 was probably the right one for that. I might have to order one of those.
What about you, Hunter? Was there one that you really wish you would have purchased?
Um, I don't know. There's so many. I really wish I would have got the I forgot what the name of that was with numb knives with that pinch lock. That one
Yeah,
was really not. That was one of the ones
The
that I wish I would have
cantilever,
bought. Yep, I think that was it.
cantilever. Yeah,
Yep, with the pinch lock. I never owned a pinch lock before, and that one was just super sweet. The action
yeah,
on it was awesome.
yeah. Nick did a
Yeah,
good job.
Hmm.
Nick did a phenomenal job with it. I will say this: I handled all of them, and I still like the Cornerstone, the N1. I still think I like that one over the cantilever. It fit my hand better. I think it just the way it worked in my hand was better, but I'm not taking away from the N7. I thought that that thing was outstanding. He did a phenomenal job, and then I don't know if you played with any of the prototypes at his table, but he had a couple of prototypes towards the end of the table that had like harpoon blades on them. Oh my
Hmm.
lord, those things were spectacular. I was trying to convince him to let me buy one of those. He said no.
Our our window is expired for me. I'm exhausted.
All right,
I gotta be
I'm gonna
checking.
answer Rob's question and then we're gonna wrap it up. Rob, did I try the little Dixon? Yeah, I tried the little Dixon. I wound up buying a full size Dixon. My hands are way too big for the little Dixon to be the one that I want. So that is why I thought the full size. Plus, dragon scales, man. I had to have dragon scales. I couldn't say no to the dragon scales.
It is
So,
that growing on you? Are you loving it? Beginning to love it as much as I love mine?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I do want to replace the pocket clip though. I am gonna put one of those pocket clips on that I saw from North what
Lynch
was it North?
Northwest. Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Lynch Northwest has that deep pocket carry that I want. I think that thing is spectacular. Um, Either the dragon scale or the rock texture. Well, yeah, I agree. No, Fred, you don't have the dragon scales though, man. I needed the one with the dragon scales. I had to have the one with the dragon scales. So that's the one thing. It wouldn't have mattered. So all right, guys. Look, it is midnight. Chris is falling asleep, so the bear needs to go into hibernation. Um, and Hunter, thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight, brother. It was good hanging out with you, spending some time with you, man. One more time, I have Hunter's new channel, Weldon Carry 2, pinned in the chat. Make sure that you all go there and follow. Don't unfollow his original channel. We're expecting to get it back for him, but we
Yeah.
want to make sure that he starts growing his second channel in case of anything. So make sure you follow that. Don't forget to hit the like button. We appreciate everybody's time. Much love. Hunter, thanks for coming to hang out with us tonight, man. It was a pleasure hanging out with you.
Well, thank
You're
you for
welcome
having
back
me.
anytime, buddy.
Thank you. I have to have you guys in my log sometime too when everything gets
Yeah,
sorted out.
man.
So I can't thank you
Anytime you
guys
want,
enough.
brother.
Yeah.
We're here. We appreciate it. We got your back, man. So
Well, I
consider us older
appreciate that. You
brothers
guys are
now.
awesome. Yeah. Much
Yeah.
Yeah.
love, guys. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, dude.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.